I get this camera right? Hi, welcome. This is the weekly intuitive astrology reading for, oh goodness, where are the dates? I'm sorry. June 12th to the 18th. I'm Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. I've been out of sorts the last couple days. This is like the first day in a bit where I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling balanced. We went through some weird energies there. I wanted to go live to talk about them, and I just couldn't. It was like I was so like out for the count. I'm sure some of you guys were too. But let's get ready to talk about what's going on this week. So if you guys are new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Also, the way this works for those who are new, I go over the astrology of the week, I give you my 2 cents on it, and I go and I pull cards and messages for the collective and also elements as well. Clyde is very active too right now. I fed him. Hopefully he'll settle down soon. Okay, he must have heard me and went to his chair. Anyway, so let's get started on this week. June 17th, Saturn retrogrades into Pisces, and we have the new moon in Gemini on June 18th at 26 degrees of Gemini. This is all in tropic, by the way. I do study other schools of astrology, but for all of my videos and content, I focus on tropic. Now, I will be live to talk about the new moon in Gemini sometime during the week on Patreon. Go ahead and check out either the website. Actually, check out Patreon. Don't check out the website for that. Check out Patreon to see the dates there, okay? This week is going to be interesting. We have a lot of mercurial energy. Oh, he's got roller skates. Sorry. We have a lot of mercurial energy, a lot of Neptunian energy, and a lot of fire, okay? As I was doing my notes, there's some fixed star activity too that I'll talk about. But as I was doing my notes, if you're going to take away anything about what I have to say about the astrology of the week, just know that fire, Neptune, and Mercury are at the helm. There is a lot of lessons that are emerging and opportunities that are emerging this week, particularly because of the new moon in Gemini, where we can really practice being very mindful with our words, very strategic, very intentional. I don't even want to say manipulative because I don't think that's the right energy. Pluto's also helping us a lot too with the new moon. Pluto's actually like aiding us like during the new moon. I know a lot of people think of Pluto as like, oh, brings change and is deep and brings release of deep dark stuff, and like Pluto does do that, but Pluto's also very empowering. Pluto actually helps us to become more empowered, and sometimes it can, lean into control, but it doesn't have to be in a negative way. It doesn't have to be in a distorted way, and this is really learning how to go about communications in a way that is like being able to read the room. I'll say it that way. Being able to read the room and also choosing your words carefully to not condemn other people and not be condemned for what it is that you say via miscommunication. And also to lean into that fire, especially Leo energy. Venus, there's so much to say about Venus and Leo, but focusing. But especially leaning into that Leo energy because Mercury's working with Venus this week, where it's more about charisma and social skills and playful and charm versus hard, cold facts. Okay? Learning to implement that to really get your point across. Okay? Isn't there a book? God, the title's like on the tip of my tongue. Making Friends, People. Not Making Friends, People. Actually, that'd be an interesting name for a book. Making Friends, People. No, it's like I think it's like Making Friends, Influencing People, something like that. I mean, it's a very well-known book, but the full title, the exact title escapes me. Like, it's kind of like that, right? It's kind of like that. Now we do have a lot of Mars energy really influencing us as well because of fixed star activity. All the fixed star activity we have, they all have this association with Mars. Like every single one. And I think one of them is actually conjunct Mars under the new moon, and then the rest of them are working with either Mercury in Gemini or Pallas Athena in Leo. We have a whole trifecta of fire energy too that I'm going to talk about. But anyway, so if you're going to take away anything, just know that this is a week where we are practicing how we speak, how we communicate, why we're speaking, why we're communicating, and also making sure that we are actually engaging in a way where it is like from the heart, right? It's not just like this cold hard facts kind of a way. Like it's not just mercurial, it's not just King of Swords, it's not just facts, it's not just logic, it's not just negotiation, but there is some actual humanity involved in the way that we are going about our relationships at this time. Okay, now let's get into a little bit more of the nitty-gritty. Now in the beginning of the week, I would say if when it comes to work or business matters or trying to get your stuff done, definitely a time to be very, very disciplined in setting aside time to get things done. Now, if that means you got to like go out in the morning and like, just use it as an example, go out in the morning for a hike and a swim and a coffee and a walk or whatever and be in the sun for a couple hours and then you come and do your work, do what you gotta do. Because we do have Venus square Jupiter still in the beginning of the week, and Venus square Jupiter makes it very hard to get things done. It makes us want to just be lazy and play and enjoy. But we do also have Mercury square Saturn. Now, the square to Saturn is not particularly difficult between Mercury and Saturn, and I'll explain the difficulty that it can bring, but it's not as difficult as one would think. Mercury square Saturn is actually really great for being solo in getting work done and getting tasks done. It's just it can be easy to mess up. It can be easy to get caught up on details. So the mixture of Venus square Jupiter at the beginning of the week with Mercury square Saturn, which is prominent throughout the week but strongest in the beginning. I think it's strongest on the 15th actually. Just make sure you're setting aside time to indulge and feel good so then you can come back to work or get all your work done so that you can go enjoy whatever works for you. But find your flow there. Find what works for you there. Now, Mercury is also sextile Venus the entire week. Mercury being in Gemini, Venus being in Leo. Everyone's been talking about Venus and Leo. I'm trying really hard to get the videos out for this series. Like I said, I've been out for the count the last couple of days. But it's coming. Mercury sextile Venus is great because that's like the epitome of charm. That's charm, that's charisma, that's play, that's fun. I don't know what fun. Oh, I was trying to say fun and flirt. It's fun. It's fun, it's flirty energy, and you're really gonna want that if you are engaging a lot with people this week, especially if you're trying to negotiate with them, or if you have a lot of business matters where it's like you need to communicate very clearly, concisely. I'm like, they're showing me the fox. It's like so Gemini. Just carefully, methodically. That's a good word. If you need to communicate methodically. Now, something else that this is going to help with too is the fact that all week, and we've been working with this energy that I'm about to talk about, Lilith working with Pallas Athena and with Chiron. There's been an interesting little family working together between those three, all in fire energy. They're either in Aries or Leo. Pallas Athena and Lilith being in Leo and Chiron being in Aries. They've all been working with each other and we've all been feeling the energy and it's getting stronger. And then Mars is going to join in on the party on New Moon Gemini. So that's a lot of planets in fire. And these are well, not just planets, but I'll just say celestial bodies. These are a lot of celestial bodies all in fire working together, and celestial bodies that really lean towards expression of fire, like desire or anger or rage or sexuality or creativity or wanting to go and change things or wanting to be liberated. It's like all of them kind of speak to that in their own ways, and they're working together. Okay, so just to give you specifics, Chiron is trine Lilith. Chiron is also trine Pallas Athena. And like I said, Lilith is also going to be conjunct Mars towards the end of the week. Okay, now this is also helping us with healing as well because Chiron is wounded energy. It's where we hold our wounds. And when Chiron's in Aries, it's about the wounded self, the wounded identity, the wounded ego, how we struggle with asserting ourselves or speaking up for ourselves or going out and showing up and being like, here's who I am, right? Now, Chiron trine Lilith, this is total rebirth energy. This is, I am going to shed the parts of myself that have been hindering me, holding me back, have been distorted, that I need to heal and let go so I can be liberated in Lilith Leo energy and be like, here I am in the light of Leo, right? Now, Chiron working with Pallas Athena in the same capacity, while we're doing that, it's also helping us with anything we need to resolve or even stepping up as a leader in our own lives or in groups or what have you, and also with our own personal missions because we have some activity around Vesta in Taurus as well. I don't want to get into that in detailed way, but just know that that's part of it. And then Lilith working with Mars. This is where things can get a little prickly. Lilith is going to be conjunct Mars this week, and again more so towards the end of the week. Lilith and Mars working together. That's like saying to hell with everything. I'm going to do what I want and say what I want. That's kind of like what it feels like. It feels very much like rebelling against anyone or anything that makes you feel repressed or controlled or held back. Now, again, this week, especially with the new moon, we have all these opportunities and potential lessons in careful what you say, because your words can be used against you. You can be condemned for what you say, or you can condemn other people. We're not trying to condemn people, right? We're not trying to, but I'm just saying that that can come up, which is where we need to be kind of like Aries in strategy, because Aries is the strategist, right? There is a lot of like war energy too going on this week in relation to that. So yes, conflicts can happen, but words have power. Okay, they really have power. Now, not to say that, how do I want to say this? Because I kind of feel like I misspoke a little bit about condemning. Like, we're not trying to condemn people. I feel like condemn is such a harsh word. I guess that's what it is, because I can feel the distortion there. Sometimes things have to be said. I'm not saying go out and be Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, wrathful. Like, I'm not giving license to that. I'm not supporting that. But if you come to the table with somebody and you are trying your best to navigate, to methodically communicate what it is you want, the intentions, etc., just whatever it is you need to communicate, and the other person crosses boundaries or is disrespectful, it's like there's a point where, yeah, you should just walk away. But there are also times where someone does need to have that delivery of truth. And then that's where things can get a little tricky. But I'm not here to say like how to do that. I'm just saying, yes, there's a time and place where things need to be said, but there's also a distortion in condemning people or having people use your words against you and condemning you. And if that happens, kind of out of your control once that happens, but just know that that's a possibility to come up this week and even the following weeks, because it's also under the new moon Gemini. Okay. God, there was so much to say. Like, it's kind of exhausting explaining all of that. But yeah, so again, understanding while we're going through a healing and rebirth when it comes to self-expression, identity, the wounded ego, how we assert ourselves in the world, how we speak up and stand up for ourselves in the world, how we show up in the light, even, so people can see us and hear us and engage with us while we're healing and being liberated through that, and we're having rebirths there. There's also potential to run into conflict of any forces that feel any smidgen of going against that, of trying to control that or snuff that out or dominate us. And then with Pluto also being very active in the new moon, that could also amp that up too. So just tread carefully, be in the light, express yourself, stand up for yourself, because this is also saying like, don't be a doormat. Like, definitely stand up for yourself where need be. But just be so mindful about your words. Okay, be very mindful about your words. Now, I will briefly say under the new moon, the fixed stars, just really quickly, Aldebaran, I can never pronounce this other one, Dubhe, D-U-B-H-E. I believe the other name for that is Ak, actually, A-K. And then Merak. So the last two are actually part of the same constellation, Ursa Major, and they're the two most prominent stars in that constellation. Both are about Mars. Aldebaran itself is also Mars energy, but Aldebaran is associated with Archangel Michael, and yes, war and military-like energy as well. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of putting myself out there, voicing what it is I need to voice, expressing myself in whatever way I need to express myself, and trying to do it in the most strategic, methodical way possible to avoid distortion, to avoid war where necessary. But sometimes war also can't be avoided. Right. So it's going to be a fiery week. That's all I'm going to say. Let me fire week. I did mention Neptune. So Neptune, there is a lot of influence with Neptune, especially more towards the end of the week under the new moon Gemini. It's actually the most active planet under the new moon Gemini. And there is going to be almost like this battle, and it kind of goes hand in hand with taking time to be methodical with your words and how you're coming across to people, because Neptune is gonna make things kind of murky. So take your time. Really take your time to think about what you're going to say before you say it. I can't stress that enough. But again, Pluto, even though it's going to be in Capricorn at this time, actually I think today, the day I'm recording, it moves into Capricorn. Anyway, Pluto will be helping us as far as understanding the more like practical side of things, right? I don't want to get into all that fully because that's like more of a new moon energy talk, which I'll do on Patreon. But let's just say if any of you have been very confused or unclear as to how to practically ground certain things in your reality, whether it's relationships, lifestyle choices, work, even, this new moon's going to help you suss through that confusion based off of what we've already learned when we've had all this Pluto Capricorn energy, which we've had for quite a few years now. And now we're like finishing it off finally because we're entering back into it. And then it will go back into Aquarius at some point. I believe not for a while though. I think not until 2024 will Pluto go back into Aquarius. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But this is going to be the last round of Pluto Capricorn energy for a good couple hundred years. We've learned enough about resilience, adaptability, what false power versus true power actually is, how to plan for setbacks, and how to make room for those things as far as grounding things for the long term in a sustainable and efficient manner. Those things, those lessons will come of use during this new moon. And again, if you've been struggling trying to get anything grounded in your reality, okay? Okay, and you know what? I always do this. I forgot the timestamp. It's like without fail. It's like, it kind of cracks me up at this point. Oh, and as far as signs, who's going to be most affected? Fire signs. No question. Leo's first and foremost, and then I would say Aries, and then Sagittarius. Gemini, you will be very affected as well. So if you have any, let me back up. Because there's actually a few placements I had in mind to discuss really quickly. Sag risings and Gemini risings. If you guys are a Sag Gemini rising, like 10 to 15 degrees Sag Gemini rising, you are more likely to go to war, okay, under this new moon Gemini. Now, again, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be petty. It doesn't have to be distorted, but where you're probably going to want to really stand up for yourself or stand up for what is right. It's like, yeah, there's like kind of a bite to that kind of an energy. So good luck. Good luck there. Now, people who have Saturn and Leo. Hold on, I made that note. Where did that go? My Saturn and Leo people. Maybe a little easy to anger. Sorry. During the latter half of the week and under New Moon Gemini, which really means for the next couple of weeks. I'll explain why in the New Moon talk on Patreon, but yeah, people who have Saturn Leo placements. There's just a not so great aspect happening in relation to one of the fixed stars that's going to be active with all of the Pallas Athena, Lilith, Chiron stuff. So you just might be a little bit more wrathful. Is like, I guess is what I want to say. So just be mindful, because if you are wrathful, it might not work out so well in your favor because you're Saturn Leo. And Saturn is like, tries to get us to be disciplined in doing things in a more evolved way. Okay? All right. Just had to get that little spiel. Okay. I'm just getting my timestamps ready. Water. Oops, I didn't make room. Okay. Ooh. Collective. What are we doing for the collective? I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Okay, collective. Let's go ahead and get some cards for you. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's like my nose is all tickly. For the collective. There are like quite a few cards that are standing out for me for this. Ooh, okay. Ancestor Spirit Oracle. I wish I had chapstick. I do not have any close by. So we're going to start with this one for the collective. I think we're going to do a couple. The collective reading might be kind of extensive. We'll see. Oh. For June 12th to the 18th. For the collective. And also keep in mind, June 19th, Jupiter goes sextile, exact sextile Saturn, the same day Venus enters the pre-shadow. It's going to be an interesting day, because while we have this like beginning of whatever Venus retrograde will be gifting us as far as lessons go or opportunities go, excuse me, Jupiter sextile Saturn kind of marks Venus retrograde, as a time where there could be lasting success in whatever it is that you commit to or whatever it is that you co-create, but it requires long-lasting investment and discipline and growth. And so the rewards for that will probably be seen by next eclipse time, like October, once Venus leaves Leo. So just something to keep in mind. I should have said that during the other thingy thing. Oh, but it's collective. It's fine. The message is out there. Okay. Can you tell I haven't spoken in a few days? I feel like the parts of my brain that are wired for speech are a little laxed right now. When I say I've been like laid out, I've been laid out. Like, can't get out of bed laid out. Yeah, anyway. Any messages or insights for the collective for June 12th to the 18th? No. Re-energize your life. Well, we're definitely getting some fire back in our lives this week. We already knew that. Clear, positive space, and harmony. I am hearing burning away. That's something that collective. Okay, so how to explain this? Guys, like that download just hit me really fast. So collectively, there has been a burning away of old energy. Now, some of us have been experiencing this sooner than other parts of the collective. If you haven't experienced it yet, it's going to be happening. When this burning away happens, again, if you haven't experienced it already, it could get very physical. It could lay you out, okay? So if that happens, whatever emotions you're feeling, just let them be felt. Let them come to the surface. Don't repress them. Get them out in whatever way is healthy, and have a lot of outlets this week too. And like a lot of creative outlets will be really good, and even physical outlets, like for all this fire energy, or if you are clearing a lot, will also be very beneficial. This does feel a little bit like a rebirth energy to me, like coming back alive again. But it feels like it's because like there's old stagnant stuff that's been getting like cleared out and cleared away. Some of you, this is more like a spiritual process. Others of you, it's like you've been like decluttering, like very physical, detoxifying, getting rid of shit, like physical, like hands-on. I'm controlling how I'm burning away things in my life. But some of you, it's been much more of like an alchemical process. So, and again, if that hasn't happened yet, it is coming. All right. Oh, by the way, all the decks I use are linked below. I don't know if I said that. Sorry. All right, moving on. Anything else for the collective for June 12th to the 18th? Oh, yes. It's funny. Remember who you are. With Ursa Major. Ursa Major is the Great Bear. And here we have the bear in the background. I just love the bear energy, to be honest. Like bear is a spirit, animal, totem, guardian, guide, whatever word you want to use, that I work with very closely. And so I just get excited when bear energy comes out for the collective, because it's an energy that I have a lot of gratitude for. But remember who you are. There could be some transmuting of past lives and timeline stuff. Again, that's more on a spiritual level. But when it comes down to it, this is getting back to the heart. I almost want to say the heart of the matter. Interesting. This is getting back to the heart. This is getting back to you, who you actually are, what you really want, what you really can do. But this is why there's a needing to clear things, why there needs to be a burning away of distorted stuff, a burning away of people in your life, a burning away of things in your environment, like stuff like that. Anything that takes away from your passion, take note of it, is almost what I want to say. Yeah, it's like if you were to like write down everything on a piece of paper, like everything you do day to day, even like down to the foods you eat, the activities you're doing, the physical activity, the kind of work you do, like, I mean, all of that stuff, right? And let's say your energy might be a little scattered. Maybe you're doing a lot of things right now. Note which of those things actually bring you joy. Which of those things actually light you up? You might want to put a little bit more focus on those things, or just recognize, oh, okay, that's where I really lie. That's where my soul is actually like happy, where I'm really connected to myself. And these other things that I have to do or I've been trying to do, maybe I can find a way to minimize them or get rid of them if need be. But yeah, it's almost like burning things away to make space for anything that just like fills up your heart. Like how we say like fill up your cup. I feel like it's more like fill up your energy body is almost like how I want to say. Anyway, it's gonna be a long video without chapstick. Hold on, I think I have chapstick over here. Give me a second. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, that's a million times better. My bad. I didn't think I was that dry when I started the video. Okay. Anything else for the collective? June 12th to the 18th. If the bear comes up to work with you, just allow that. It's probably going to be more for people who are in the process of the burning away, the clearing away. A bear is really good when you need to like recover and regain your strength, or you need to find a way to maintain your stamina. But it's definitely an energy of protection and self-care. It's also an energy of being guided as well. That's actually coming up now as a channeling, understanding where you're going. You got to do this to get there though. Yeah. Even if you can't walk, God, this is like so hard to describe. Clearing, burning away, getting back to you, getting back to actually what you enjoy, what actually brings you passion, all of those things, you're going to start to see more detail of what that path looks like, where it is just you in all of you-ness right there. Okay? Even if you can't walk it yet. Okay? Even if you can't walk it yet, you can see it more clearly for those who need that. Yeah, a lot of times I go through these like alchemical changes before the collective does. So again, if a lot of you haven't had this hit you yet, just be prepared. Treat your body well. Oh yes, treat your body well. Exercise, meditate, and massage. Again, this is like so much about getting back to the self. Yeah, getting back to the self to understand exactly what has been oppressing you, or exactly what keeps you from being free and liberated and expressing yourself. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So yeah, some of you guys might need to actually take some physical care for yourself there. I'm just getting a lot of Four of Swords energy, to be honest. A lot of Four of Swords energy. I feel like it's going to go to like from Four of Swords to Strength card to Knight of Wands is kind of what I'm getting. Yeah. Yeah, taking time, getting back to self, decluttering, detoxing, burning away old things, finding that strength to tame all of those forces in your life that don't fulfill you, so that you can get into that Knight of Wands energy and like be living fully from your heart and fully with passion and expressing yourself as well. Knight of Wands is a messenger. Especially for those of you guys who identify more like, again, I think I'm just gonna call it like people spiritualists. I think that's just going to be the term for right now. And when I say spiritualists, if you're new, I'm talking about like healers, shamans, light workers, seers, mediums, like those individuals, especially my channelers. Your body might be really hurting under some of this clearing or burning away. Again, if you haven't experienced it already. So take care with that. We did get, sorry, I'm stopping to talk about this. We did get some new codes come in the last like week or so. And so that could still be working its way through some of your systems. Overall, embrace your inner gypsy. Have fun. Freedom, fun, music. Like, okay, if that's not Knight of Wands, I don't know what is. Yeah, and then open to love. Oh, I love that. And like I said, there is fun to be had this week between Mercury sextile Venus and even like Venus square Jupiter. It's like, that's all play. That's all play, that's all recovery, that's all fun. And then a Lilith working with Chiron and Pallas Athena in Aries and in Leo. Yes, it is about standing up for yourself, but it's also about liberation and self-expression and sexuality and living from your sacral and fun and fun. Okay? But clearly there's self-focused work that needs to happen before all of that takes place. The re-energize your life, remember who you are, and then treat your body well. Okay? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards here. Like, one of the astrology decks is calling me. Meh. I don't know about that. No, let's do Energy Oracle. Yeah, we'll do Energy Oracle. Any messages or insights for the collective, June 12th to the 18th. June 12th to the 18th. Ooh, we have man holding a coin. So man holding a coin is kind of like King of Pentacles energy. It's being very focused on the material plane, finances, security, even confidence and self-esteem, because it kind of has that Taurus vibe too. But it's also about comforts of the environment. I feel like, yeah, again, I feel like this is about taking care of self, but I also really want to associate it with energize your life. Again, getting very clear on what fulfills you and what really lights up your soul. What's actually really good for you? What leaves you feeling full of vitality and ready to kind of take on life, but in a way where you're taken care of as well, where you're solid and you're super stable. Some of you really have to clean up your finances. Sorry, I just got to say it. So you got to clean up your finances. Some of you have to declutter your home. It's like, I almost feel like this is understanding what needs to be burned away so that the building blocks, the foundation of the container of how you're living are solid and unshakable, so that you can also take time when you need to, be in that Four of Swords energy, in the beautiful container of your life, in your home even if you want to get like that minor of a level on it, right? So you can have fun, but also get shit done when you need to, right? About that balance. But yeah, I'm feeling more so this is about understanding what needs to be burned away to have the solid building blocks of the container of your life super, super solid. Okay. Some of you, I just gotta fly it. Some of this burning away is also people. Is what it is. It's also people. Some of you guys could be burning away a man holding a coin. Some of you guys could be in your masculine energy in order to burn away some people so that you can really make sure your own security is solid. But it's very clear that finances are on the brain this week, at least in the beginning of the week. And there could be somebody who's also draining your finances, so be mindful of that. Pentacles to me also represents time and energy, like physical energy at times. Like the time investment you give to people, I'll say it that way. So if somebody's taking away your resource of time, maybe time to reevaluate. Anything else for the collective this week? June 12th to the 18th. The 13th, 15th, and 17th are the dates they just gave me. Now I know on the 15th, what aspect is that? Is that the mercurial one? Yeah, Mercury square Saturn will be strongest on the 15th. On the 17th, Venus sextile Mercury will be strongest. The 13th, I'm not entirely sure, but they just mentioned that. But again, those two energies are interesting because like Venus sextile Mercury, which is strongest on the 17th, right before the new moon, that's the charm, that's the fun, that's the charisma. But the other one, Mercury square Saturn on the 15th, that's more about trying to get your shit done in your own time, in your own way, but to be very on top of it and to not like let up on getting your things done. So kind of like business to pleasure transition. The world in reverse. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. The world in reverse implies that you're not seeing the big picture. And that's on remember who you are. I mean, honestly, I'm feeling distractions here. And some of you guys, those distractions could be the material plane, like I mentioned, especially when it comes to other people, or even just what you're kind of focused on in your own life. But just make sure you're not focused on that out of fear or scarcity. But yeah, it's like this to me feels like a pessimistic viewpoint or a closed viewpoint of yourself and what you can do and where you're going. Now, keep in mind, Saturn will retrograde in Pisces as well on the 17th. And sometimes when Saturn retrogrades, it can make it hard to be focused, hard to be disciplined, hard to be accountable. But when it's in Pisces, it's kind of funky because it's like Pisces is this ethereal, non-tangible, spiritual, intuitive, emotional, no, almost like non-existent kind of an energy, right? Like, is it real kind of an energy? In a way, Saturn retrograding in almost Sagittarius, maybe some guys are Saturn. Saturn retrograding in Pisces, to me, would create restriction around the etherical, restriction around faith, restriction around believing in the impossible, which also means restriction around seeing all possibilities of the self. And that's kind of what I am getting here. So keep in mind, when Saturn retrogrades on the 17th, it might become a little bit more difficult. How do I want to say this? To be focused on the non-physical. There, oh, that's the perfect way to say that. Duh. Yeah. Which also makes sense why your focus would be here. Versus remembering who you are. Not, who you are, not what you are. Oh, that feels layered. It feels like there's a lot of layers there for the collective. Remember who you are and not what you are this week. And also months to follow while Saturn's retrograding in Pisces. Remember who you are, not what you are. For some of you, this is definitely relating to career, but what paths your career could take. I'm trying to think of what signs would be affected by that mostly. God, I can't even think right now. Wait. And then if you move that down. Oh, Leo rising. Leo rising would definitely be one of them. Leo rising. This is in tropic. Oh God, hold on a second. Leo rising. Gemini rising? Is that right? Gemini rising, Leo rising. Potentially the air and fire signs who are rising. But definitely Leo, Gemini. And by consequence, Sagittarius and Aquarius. Anyway, I don't want to get sucked into that. Coming back, work opportunities. Yeah, some of you, I can feel that too, where suddenly there's a closed mind around what's available to you work-wise or career-wise, because there's restriction around consciousness. There's a restriction around, intuition. Again, seeing beyond the physical. But again, certain signs more than others, certain people more than others. But yeah, you gotta open this viewpoint on yourself more. I almost want to say to be focused more on, I don't want to say like in a selfish way, but kind of like in your day-to-day, like how often do you think about, does this make me happy? Is this part of who I actually am? Do I feel it in my body? Like questions like that. I just see a lot of closed-minded energy around the self. Venus and Leo is going to help with that as well. That's definitely going to be part of lessons of Venus Leo. Moving on. Any other messages or insights for the collective? Of course, we get the sacral energy. Second chakra with Archangel Ariel. Beautiful. You already know why the sacral is here. You don't need me to tell you why. I've been talking about the sacral pretty much most of the time. Sacral is play, creativity, sexuality, passion, self-expression, creative expression. It's a powerhouse chakra. That's for sure. That is for sure. And it is part of what is driving us this week as well. So that's why this card is here. Excuse me. Overall, indecision in reverse. Oh, with broken heart. Wow, and financial constraints. But then look, the throat chakra. Or Archangel Gabriel, that's Mercury, that's Gemini, which is very prominent this week. And then we have the Temple Path, which is heading in the right direction. Again, words are very powerful, and they're going to be very powerful this week. Be mindful about how you use them, but it's very clear that in this overall energy, it's time to make some choices. Definitely time to make some choices, and some hard choices, things that are either depleting you emotionally, mentally, energetically, financially, with your time. Yeah, time to walk away from those things. And for some of you, it's making the hard choice to walk away from certain things that might bring you some discomfort, might bring you some temporary loss I'm hearing for long-term gains, or to just do the right thing. So take that as it resonates. But just make sure you're making these decisions from the right place. Take your time with these choices. Don't impulsively do things this week. Okay, especially when it comes to communication. Don't impulsively do things this week or say things this week. Okay, I kind of want to put a little bit more for the collective, to be honest. Hold on. Oh, my God, I almost dropped it. Oh, there's a weird smell that must be coming from outside. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I haven't used this deck in a while. It's calling me today. Spirit Song Tarot. Again, also linked below. I'm going to pull cards for each of these three. The Re-Energize Your Life with Man Holding a Coin, we're going to do first. Again, this whole focus on the material, this focus on what you are might need to change versus who you are, right? Which is where some focus needs to take place. But again, yeah, get your finances and stuff in order. I think that's really important. Anything that's affecting your financial security, your confidence, your self-esteem, the stability of your everyday life and how you're living, even your health. For some of those guys, it's just going to be health related. Anyway, sorry. Let's get some cards for that. Take care of all that. But don't forget to also stay connected to who you are, not what you are. Show your heart. Venus and Leo, show your heart. Can I get a card from Man Holding a Coin and Re-Energize Your Life? People could be coming in with opportunities for your financial security and your stability. The Sun, oh, beautiful. Leo energy. God, that's like the perfect card to get right there. Yeah, it seems like finances and career. Well, okay, let me back up. Security, stability, confidence, health. These things have a really good chance to actually get a boost, all right, and to get a helping hand this week and for weeks, even months to follow. Again, just be very careful not to get caught up in what you are versus who you are. But some of you may be getting an opportunity with an individual here. And also, as you guys are decluttering your lives or detoxifying or going through some sort of alchemical burning away and clearing, you're also maybe getting very clear on certain individuals in your life that add to your security and your confidence and your self-esteem and overall health. Health seems to be really big this week. But I like that. I like that. This is getting the building blocks straightened out of your life right now by decluttering and clearing. Can I get a card for, and I'm going to be looking at the World Universe with Remember Who You Are, which I keep getting sad every time I tune into that, because it's like, no, see who you are. See all the possibilities. See everything that you're capable of is like what I just want to keep yelling at you guys, because I can feel it. It feels very closed. For some of you with the World Universe, that also kind of connects to the World card in tarot, but for me, it's much more about like how much you have access to and can see versus not, which is totally a choice of perception. But if you were to equate this to the World card in reverse, massive cycles and patterns and karmic, I want to say influences, which is weird to say like that, like memories, experiences, but also that karmic lessons that have aided any coping mechanisms and things of that nature. can close out, but it feels hard. Something about this feels hard. Can I get a card for the world in reverse and remember who you are? Yeah, almost want to get one more. We have 7 of crystals, excuse me, which is 7 of earth. It's pentacles energy. Evaluating. Kind of a stagnant energy. It's a little bit of sitting still. And again, I keep getting the bear so strongly here, not just because it's in the card. I think that's actually just a synchronicity, but I'm getting so much of that 4 of swords, like needing to sit, needing to recover, needing to examine, but sitting, almost like a hermit sort of energy. And again, it's pentacles too. This focus on the material, what you can proactively, tangibly do or change in your reality that can help you be fulfilling, help you to be more fulfilled and to see where you're walking. It's like, it's a lot of that, but yeah, there's something about this I still don't really like. Can I get one more for the world and reverse so remember who you are? Like I can feel almost like a wall or a veil or something, like keeping you from really seeing something. Thank you. That's what needs to get closed out. That's what needs to be let go of. That's part of what needs to be cleared out. The Emperor. I'm not surprised we got the Emperor card because we have a lot of Emperor-like energy this week, fixed stars included. Again, it's like, what can I tangibly do? What can I practically do? Can I get one more? The Emperor is just more of that drive of, again, what can I practically do? What can I practically do? What can I practically do? But it's not always about that. It's also about, like, what do you want? Where's your fire? Where's your desire? I see only pentacles right now. So I have the world in reverse, so remember who you are for the collective. Oh my God, more. Oh, okay, good. Oh, there it is. There it is. It was hiding literally with the High Priestess. We have High Priestess, and then we have Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Where is it? Where's the passion? Where's the fire? It's hidden. It's hidden away. It's tucked away. Literally that Knight of Wands energy that I was getting, right? Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups with the High Priestess. It's like submerged. It's submerged. I want to say dig it up. That's honestly what I want to say. Dig it up. That's so crazy. Yeah, it's like, it's literally exactly what you want. Ace of Cups, your heart's desire with the Knight of Wands and the fire and desire to go and do it and speak on it and act on it behind the High Priestess. And High Priestess is a great card. It speaks to intuition and all of that. But like I said, Saturn retrograding in Pisces can make it a little hard to be a little bit more connected to that, but it's there. It's like right below the surface. Yeah, it's right below the surface. Again, take time if you guys need to. Like, take your 4 of Swords energy as you need to. Take time in nature. Take time to meditate. Really good practices and outlets to have right now, just to get you beyond the surface. Break the surface tension of the water for my nerds out there. Get to the Ace of Cups. Get to that Knight of Wands. All right, moving into the next. Treat your body well with the sacral chakra. This feels so Taurian to me. This feels so like Venus, Taurus. Get a massage, eat some good quality, real food. Like, not, you know what I mean? Like organic food, grown fresh, locally. Like, yeah, have some good sex. Like, stuff like that. Treat yourself. But again, if you guys are going through a lot of body aches and stuff, it could be very much an alchemical process that I talked about before. Tell me about the sacral chakra with treat your body well. Yeah, it's like the physical part of your life you seem to have down packed this week, or at least getting figured out this week. But the fire and the water, the passion, the desire, more earth. Queen of Pentacles. I'm not gonna pinch my lips at you. Queen of Pentacles, again, physical plane, manages household, manages work. It's like the manager card. It's like a manager, money manager. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Caretaker, but in a very practical way. Some of you guys are doing this too much. Sorry, I gotta speak to this. Some of you guys are again doing way too much in the physical plane, worrying way too much about practical care for self and for others. Like, get it straightened out as you need to. And something else I'm noticing too, we do have the man holding a coin with the Queen of Pentacles. That is like the King of Pentacles. So we do have like a true pair on the board if there's also something that's going on in a relationship. But the sacral is not just about the practical. It's about the fire of life. Okay, so if any of you have been having pains in your lower back or like really bad pains in like your womb space, and you know it's, well, even if it is actually related to your cycle, there's a reason. Okay, there's a reason, especially with the back. Like if you're having a lot of back issues, it's because you don't feel as supported because you're focusing so much on the physical. You're not allowing yourself to have fun enough. You're not allowing yourself to be free enough, like a gypsy enough. So much about the practical here, which again, get it all squared away. We do got to be adults. Get it squared away, but it's very clear it's under the surface. Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And that's what's trying to come out. Can I get one more for the sacral and treating the body well? I feel like earth signs might have a rough reading this week because we got so much earth, almost too much earth. Can I get one more for sacral and treating the body well? I love all the animals they chose for all of these too. Wow. Oh, two? Okay. Oh. Oh. Knight of Swords and the Hermit. Remember what I said about that hermit energy? Well, here it is with a cute koala. But the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is, again, another messenger card, but it's about vocalization. It's Gemini. It's Gemini, it's Mercury, it's speaking up and speaking out. Busy, you know, too busy being in that pentacle energy, too busy caring about the physical plane to really let this get any room or space in your life right now. The Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And then with the Hermit and the Knight of Swords, this is you getting clear on that. This is you getting clear on the fact that those parts of you are submerged and they need to break the surface tension of the water and come out and be alive and be recognized and be lived out, right? But this is also implying that there's something you want to say, that there's something that needs to be communicated. Some of you guys, again, another theme this week is about dealing with people who oppress you or put too much on you. And clearly all this pentacle energy is about like taking care of shit, right? So if there are people in your life or even circumstances in your life that are putting too much on you, not letting you be free enough, right? It's time to say something. It's time to say something and do something about it. But you're going to come to that clarity if you take the time out to figure that out. To meditate, to take time in solo mode, in hermit mode, journal, reflect, etc., which can be hard to do for some of you. I mean, literally, Hermit and the High Priestess are both around speaking on these energies, like speaking up and speaking out on these energies. Okay. Overall, we do have Temperance, resolution, harmony. Literally speaks to balance on the bottom of the deck as well. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into the elements, and then we're like an hour in. It just felt like the collective reading needed that. I don't normally go that long on the collective reads if you guys are new, but it felt necessary. All right, who are we doing first? Earth, water, air, or fire? Oh, I got my dice. I forgot. Hold on. How could I forget? Ooh, which ones are we gonna do? Oh, these are kind of fun. These are fun. I had another set around here. Clyde probably made toys out of them. And I should be able to open a little bit of plastic. Shit. Okay, hold on. Let's you guys. Maybe? Yes. Success. Hi, guys. All right. I don't know. I was so excited to get these for you guys. All right. So those are planets. Those are houses. All right. Who's going first? Earth, air, fire, or water? Ah. Ooh, we got Scorpio. Scorpio. So water's going first. All right, water signs. Okay. Water. Where's the animal spirit deck? There it is. Cancer. Whoa. So right away, I'm not taking it, but this wanted to come out. Butterfly. We'll see if it comes out again. Water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for this week. June 12th to the 18th. Water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're literally showing me. I don't know what kind of cat this is. Maybe it's a cheetah? I'll just chop. I know it's not lion, but I don't think it's cheetah. Maybe it's, it's jaguar. I think it's jaguar. They're showing me like a crouch, like a stalking jaguar. Like a creeper. Are you stalking somebody? Somebody stalking you, water signs? Talk about treading carefully. That's like treading carefully and observing from afar. That's very much like a Page of Swords. I don't want them to notice me, but I gotta watch and observe what's going on here. You could be carefully observing the situation because maybe you're not sure how to handle it yet. Whoever's doing the stalking, that's the case. That's the case. Like, what am I actually dealing with? What am I actually going to be walking into? In a very, like, practical way that this could be manifesting your reality is somebody testing the water. Like, kind of poking into your reality, seeing how you are, what you're doing, and then maybe not exactly talking to you, right? Testing the water. That's a jaguar. Very clearly showing me a jaguar. Oh. Well, we do have a lurker, so hyena is the first card out. Hyena is kind of like my Seven of Swords. You have the dark side of the moon here, right? It's like not everything is as it appears on the surface. Not everything is as it appears on the surface this week. And again, whoever is like the stalker, I'm just going to say it's you. Okay, if it's not you, then you got a stalker. Not in a crazy sense, but like somebody's like on alert around you. Feeling like not everything is as it seems. Like I said, there's some confusion to be had this week too, which is why we need to be very careful in how we communicate or any assumptions that we leap to. Don't leap to assumptions, essentially. Just don't leap to any assumptions ever. That's just kind of a good rule of thumb of life. Don't assume anything. But yeah, that's why there's a lurker. Because they just don't know what's really going on. They're sussing out the situation. Anything else from our water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fox. I got Fox earlier in my channeling. This is total Gemini energy. This might be the card of the week because this is also an observer energy. This is somebody who is this is energy that's very intelligent, very cautious, very much like a King of Swords, examines a situation, and if they got to jump on the fly, they will jump on the fly and do a 180. You'll never even know they were there. Very much a careful stalking energy going on here, okay? And I mean like intense. It's kind of funny. And again, I want to say this is you, but the more I'm getting into this energy, I'm thinking it's not, because I feel like this is hardcore air energy. And you could be an air energy this week. I'm just going to say it's somebody else. Sorry to go wishy-washy on you. I'm just going to say it's somebody else. This person's intelligent. They're very, very intelligent, and they're a very cautious person. They're probably a little paranoid. They're probably not very trusting. Probably not a bad thing to have in life, to not be immediately trusting, but they're sussing out a situation, and they're also holding back a lot. They're not going to be very forthcoming with you, if you're even engaged with them directly, which I'd be surprised by. Like, this to me is like somebody researching you, somebody doing a background check on you. Like, well, that is kind of very Scorpio, actually. But anyway, that's what I'm getting with this energy. The lurker. We'll just call them the lurker. But they're very smart. I can sense that. Moth to the flame. Magnetism. Yeah. This person is drawn in. They're very drawn in. But it's like, God, how do I want to say this? They're not ignoring the draw. They're not ignoring... How do I want to say this? Because for some of you, I'm almost getting like a divine timing energy, like a Wheel of Fortune. That's what it is. I'm getting a Wheel of Fortune for some of you with this moth card. Like, this is inevitable. Dealing with this energy is inevitable. So like, you could be getting hired for a job and they're like literally doing a background check on you and they're like, we know we want water sign. We know we want them. But there's almost like intimidation and just like an uncertainty of like, what is water sign really about? You know, it's kind of like that. But even they know it's like there's something inevitable about it. So yeah, some of you guys, this is literally fate at play, and this energy they just know, but they're like they're so cautious. They're very, very cautious, and they're treading very lightly here. Again, I'd be shocked if you have any direct communication with this person right now. If you even know about this person, you might feel this person, especially because you're water signs, you're very intuitive. But if you are engaging with them directly, they're not being fully forthcoming with you. Just calling a spade a spade. But that's because they're playing it cautious and they don't know what you're about fully. This feels definitely like a new situation or a new connection of some kind. Some of you guys, this is straight up work. Anything else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're so cerebral. Like, this person's like pure air right now. Like pure Gemini, Aquarius. I don't even feel Libra really. I feel like Gemini, Aquarius. You can have those in your charts too. Oh, I didn't expect that. We have frog. We have emotional release. Oh, is this why they're sus? Is this why they're looking at you like you're sus? Huh. So this energy is really in their head about you, water sign. Or about whatever situation they're going to be dealing with you. It's triggering them a little bit because there is something that they need to release and they need to let go of. I'm also noticing the green to the green is like really sticking out here with the moth to the frog. Talk about being practical, right? They're all about like, you know, logic right now. And what's really going on here, the reason they're being so cautious is because they got some stuff they got to let go of that's actually making them really overly cautious towards you. Okay. Let's see what else. It's funny because I don't even see you. I'm like, where's water sign? And again, this could be you. This could totally be you. Could be very mistrusting, got some trust issues. You got to release some shit, but like you're drawn to a person or a situation and it's kind of inevitable, but you're like, God, I don't know. And then, you know, you got to release something about that. Could totally be you. I don't think so, but it could totally be you. Anything else from our water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Like, this person's so cautious. This is all their energy. This person has like such strong boundaries and are being so, like they're the only energy around. Like, that's how much distance they're keeping. Ooh, dragonfly. I am getting telepathy for some of you, but this is about perception. This is about truth and perception of what we choose to believe and how it affects our reality. This person, like I said, they've probably been burned a lot. They probably have had some not such great situations go down, either business-wise, romantically, or whatever. But whatever this person is to you, or whatever the situation is, it's about getting into a new situation with this energy, even if you know them. Again, if you know them, there's a lot of distance. There's a lot, okay? A lot of distance, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of question marks, probably on either side. More likely than not, for a lot of you, this is a new person with a new situation, but some of you, it's someone you have known, but it's a new situation here, okay? And their perception has definitely affected them, and they could be changing in their belief systems and their perception. Now, again, if this is you, this is you. But some of you definitely have strong telepathy with this person. I'm getting very strong third eye energy, okay? And again, if this is not you, you probably sense this person lurking and watching. Overall, oh my God. Fire ant, I go, oh my God, because then I get unicorn, which is the third eye card. And rabbit. See, there's a lot of fear here. Rabbit is fear in this deck. Rabbit as an animal totem also speaks of fertility and abundance and luck and all of that, but it also speaks of fear and hypervigilance. Fire ant is a building of tension, sometimes anger, sometimes just a building up of emotions, but because this energy is so lurky, they probably are building some of their own tension, stress, because they're just lurking, right? And clearly something does need to be released for them, potentially between the two of you if this is someone you've known for a long time. But again, I think more likely than not, a new person and new situation, or someone you've known but there's so much distance, and potentially a new situation emerging. But unicorn and dragonfly, I mean, there's no denying it. There's something going on with the third eye between you and this individual. You may sense their fear. I definitely think you sense their tension and their angst and their cautiousness and their paranoia. Yeah, I think you definitely do. If this is a psychic connection, you definitely feel that. But honestly, most of you, this is all their energy. So, interesting. Let's go ahead and pull some cards. I am hearing a release is going to happen. A release will happen. Okay, good to know. Just deciding what deck I want to use. Oh, you know what? We haven't used that one in a long time. All right, we're going to do Witch's Tarot. Any messages or insights from my water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, regarding this spread? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, regarding this spread. I want to say this person really needs to get in their heart space. I feel like they've denied themselves a lot, this energy. And again, if it's you, it's you. But they've denied themselves a lot. Some of you, sorry, I gotta stop. Some of you guys really identify with the dragonfly. That might be a spirit animal for you. I'm getting a little bit of a symmetry here of like moth and dragonfly. Some of you guys are almost represented by these energies between the two of you here. Like they're a moth while you're a dragonfly. Moth sometimes speaks of control issues, actually, of getting over control issues. Because I keep getting this high priestess vibe with the dragonfly. It almost is like high priestess to high priest. Some of you, it's like high priestess to emperor. This individual has a lot for themselves, or a lot going for themselves, I want to say, in the physical world. Like they could be their own boss. They're trying to be your boss, but for some of you, they could have wealth. They could have assets. They've lived a lot, I want to say. This person's lived a lot. Anything else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Two people who've lived a lot. It's kind of what I want to say. Regardless of age, you can live a lot regardless of your age. Any messages or insights from my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ooh, okay. So we have 10 of Wands in reverse with the King of Cups, which is Scorpionic energy, and the 4 of Cups in reverse, which is Cancerian energy. This is what the wolf? Who's a wolf? This person might have a wolf energy. They might have wolf as a spirit animal. The fox is what I meant to say. This is about the fox needing to get into their heart space. Okay. They need to get into their heart space. And I'm really getting a lot of abandonment issues, like abandonment issues, fear of rejection, fear of being alone. Well, that's kind of interesting. I just got a weird juxtaposition there. Like, this person can be their own island, is how I want to say it. Like, as the King of Cups, they can stand on their own. I feel like they have had to stand on their own a lot. Yes, I want to say yes. They have had to stand on their own a lot. Doesn't mean they always want to. So it's like someone who's used to being alone, but struggles with loneliness, but at sometimes likes that loneliness. It's a very weird juxtaposition. I don't know how else to express that. They might even have their own inner conflict about that, about being alone, not being alone. But I am getting like fear of abandonment and rejection. I'm definitely getting like big fears around that and stressors around that. That's what this fox/wolf needs to release. This fox could be potentially going through a heart opening as well during this time. Again, could very well be you. Anything else from my water signs? Oh. This doesn't feel good. King of Wands, Knight of Wands in reverse, and Two of Cups in reverse. Something about this is making me feel icky about this energy. Is this the same person? It's like King of Cups and King of Wands. Such different energies. Especially with the Four of Cups being there. With the King, like that's such water focus, like emotion focused. Inner world focus, and this is so outer world, external focused. I want to say it's the same person. This fox is very intelligent, but they may have a history of acting impulsively. I am getting anger. I am actually getting anger here. They might not know how to deal with their anger. Yeah, they might not know how to deal with their anger. They might have been called inappropriate at times. The Knight of Wands in reverse feels like a bull in a china shop. Like, it just can't get away from that feeling. That's why it's kind of icky to me. Feels like a bull in a china shop, and I want to say almost sabotages social situations by acting that way. Potentially things might not be super awesome between the two of you. Like, and if this is a new person and you have had contact with them, probably was a little weird, or probably was a little off, or maybe you didn't feel so great about it, because it definitely has like a weird aftertaste to it. But I feel like this is speaking more to this person's history and what they need to let go of. Like old ways of engaging with people that were kind of inappropriate or overly sexual, actually, for some is also what I'm getting. And they need to release some fear about being rejected based off of shame that they have about how they've behaved in the past. Again, a lot of this person's energy's on the board, and I'm like, where are you, water sign? Where are you? Are you hiding? Are you hiding away? Anything else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yikes. Page of Cups in reverse. Again, this person's not being totally honest or transparent with you if you're having any contact with them whatsoever. They struggle to express themselves emotionally because they struggle to sit in their emotions at all. But the Page of Cups in reverse came out. Don't know if I showed you guys. Okay. Anything else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Where's water sign? Where? Yeah, this person I think has had a history of coming off aggressive, actually. Emperor energy. Okay. I like the Emperor is emerging because I feel like this is expressing where this person is at currently, and how they're presenting themselves. Like if they were to contact you, or if there is active communication, this is what they're trying to bring forward, is Emperor energy. Okay. But again, not being super transparent. Ace of Cups. Wow, that's a shift. That's a shift. That's a shift. So this is, again, like I said, I was feeling it, like this is what they're presenting to the table in your upcoming communications with them or upcoming dealings with this person. They're being the emperor, they're being mature, and they're also being practical. Emperor can be a little over practical sometimes. But the Ace of Cups, they are coming to the table with their emotions intact, right? Even if they're not being fully honest about everything else that's going on or in their heads or what have you. Water sign, where are you? You're like not here. But I mean, like I said, I felt the distance between you and this person. It's a lot. It's a lot of distance. So I guess not surprising you're not here. But if this is you, this is you. But look at that. Emperor and the Ace of Cups. That's saying something after all the other cards that came out. Overall, we have Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, Magician in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like you got to tread carefully here with this person too. Jesus, Nine of Cups in reverse. Oh, okay. This is kind of like redemption for this person, okay? But look at this overall energy. Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in reverse. This is misuse of time, energy, resources, mistakes, essentially. Mistakes that led to disappointment, led to emotional dissatisfaction. And again, I can feel it. This person's reflecting a lot on them, their behavior, and their fears while they're sussing out the situation, while they're sussing you out. There's something about you, water sign, or the situation you're involved with this person that makes them really reflect on themselves. Maybe in ways that make them very uncomfortable even. And for some of you, just based off of the cards that were under this, there is a little, I hate to say like coming back around, but yeah, I mean, we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then look, Four of Wands and the Ten of Swords with Judgment. This feels like redemption to me. Someone trying to redeem themselves is really what it feels like to me. So if this is a new person, they're redeeming themselves for their old behavior with other people. If this is somebody that you may be entering into a new situation with, they're redeeming themselves for how they've treated you, or something that has gone on where you've been involved in some way. But again, the fact there's so much distance, I mean, really speaks to their fear, really speaks to their paranoia, and their shame. That's what it really speaks to. And again, they're not going to be transparent. They may come to the table mature. They may come to the table with their emotions intact, which is big, but they're not going to be fully transparent. So just be mindful of that. Okay? I'm not saying you need to condemn this person, bringing it back to the astrology, but just know that that's what you're walking into or dealing with this person. And again, if this is all about you, this is about redeeming yourself for things that you've been ashamed of or how you've treated other people or a specific individual. And you may be scared to approach them or scared to face them or scared to talk to them. But it's redemption. It's judgment. Okay? Wow, interesting. Let's get an advice card. I don't know if you guys need it really, but I think we should. Let's do the Shamanic Healing Oracle. I'm tempted to do a Divine Timing card too, just because some of you guys is somebody you've known where shit has gone down before. Any advice for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Grounding. Hoo-hoo. Yeah, you might want to be really grounded for this. Anything else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ancient wisdom at the bottom. I'm going to read both to you guys. As humans, our bodies are of the earth, It is a natural inclination when we experience uncomfortable emotions or energy to ground it out, much in the way a ground wire works with electrical current. However, with so much in our modern lives that causes us to be disconnected from Creator, we tend to gravitate towards false grounding. Overeating, smoking, drinking, recreational drugs are common ways some try to ground. These items are of the earth, but they are not the earth. This is not a true grounding, and as such, it cannot sustain. It doesn't last. What ends up happening is that, as with most experiences that are false, we need more and more to achieve the same result. To truly ground and connect to both the earth and Creator, practice consciously connecting your energy to the earth. You should not be getting your energy outside of yourself, but directly from the divine. This is achieved through meditation, energy work, and mindfulness. Find a way that works for you and practice it. By drawing this card, you are being asked to look at the areas in your life where you may be employing false grounding as a coping mechanism. This person could potentially have struggled with that, or even addictions, which is also something that during this time while Venus is in Leo and then while Pluto is also back in Capricorn, these like critical degrees, the late last degrees of Capricorn, dealing with corruptive, devilish energies, intoxicating things, and again, false grounding, right, where we're not coming from our hearts really, because like we can't sit in our hearts, dealing with those things will be coming up at this time. Ancient wisdom. Nature is the perfect place to center yourself and ground out any excessive noise in your head. In nature, all the secrets of the universe are held, from the fiercest energy of a raging sea and a storm to the nurturing and loving energy of 100-year-old grove of trees. Get out in nature and listen to what she has to tell you. There is much to learn from nature. Trees just want to be trees. They are not trying to be boulders. Deer are just deer. They accept that. Wolves are wolves. They know no other way. They do not try to get an extreme makeover to become a bear. Okay, that's just interesting with the synchronicities we had about the wolf and the bear. Also that reminder to the collective read, right? Where it's like, be who you are, not what you are. Focus on who you are, not what you are. I just gotta read that last part again. Deer are just deer. They accept that. Wolves are wolves. They know no other way. They do not try to get an extreme makeover to become a bear. This energy vibration can be so different than the human experience. It is pure love, non-judgment, and acceptance. When you tap into the ancient wisdom of the natural world, you find peace within yourselves. You get to know thyself. By drawing this card, you're being asked to come to peace with who you are and what you have to offer the situation. That's what this energy is doing. That's what this energy is doing. And like I said, if you're this energy, you're this energy. And you're clearly being drawn to a situation or a person that's making you reflect a lot on these parts of you that you haven't accepted or that you struggle with. When it comes to impulsivity, when it comes to potentially anger issues or over-sexuality, rejection, abandonment, trust issues, not being fully honest, these sorts of things, right? So that you can come to the table like this, owning, yeah, this is who I've been, and these are parts of me, but I can let go of all of this, like the attachment to that, and just be who I am, right? You don't have to carry these labels of angry person or inappropriate person, person to be ashamed of. You don't have to carry those labels. Just accept what has been. And when you let go of the shame of everything, you find peace in it. And then you also find that you're not acting out in that way anymore because you made peace with it, right? That's what this person is doing. And like I said, if this is you, it's you. Ooh, my throat just got really tight. All right, moving on. Just making space. Oh. Okay. Oh. Dang. What is up with that? Oh, divine timing card. I forgot. Okay, really quickly for water signs, the divine timing card. Sorry, my bad. Especially for those of you guys where this is somebody you've dealt with. And it's not just your energy, or just to give some confirmation or indications for some of you on certain milestones regarding this whole event, if you will. Things happen sooner when you focus your energy on you. Stay focused on you. Stay focused on you and your process. Stay focused on what you need for you. And especially if this is you, if you are the fox. Can I get one more? Can I get one more? Interesting. Time has been delayed. Things will unfold as they are meant to. And then February. February could be significant. It could be someone's birthday, or it could be the last time you dealt with this energy if it's somebody you dealt with before. Or something back in February could have happened in relation to some of these trust issues, right? Interesting, these two coming out together. What time has been delayed and time will unfold, or things will unfold as they are meant to. Things honestly, they need to happen in a domino effect. Certain events can't happen without preceding prerequisite events, right? Like you can't learn calculus before you learn pre-calculus, right? For example, time is time. Everything we do is free will. And so maybe you've been taking some time to get to pre-calc before you get to calc, right? That's just, I think that's just why these came out here like that. Things need to happen in a certain order, but when those things happen are up to free will. There's a huge free will factor in that. But things also progress when you do contain your energy and you focus on yourself and you focus on the matters at hand that you can do for you. But something about February is potentially significant for some of you guys. Okay? All right. Now, moving on. All right, so let's see. Earth, fire. Why did I wrote fire twice? Earth, air, or fire. Where's the dice? There it is. Earth, air, or fire. I got water again. Earth, air, or fire. Earth. Earthykins. Hi, Taurus. Taurus came up. So we're going to do Earth next. Okay, Taurus, excuse me. Earth signs. Taurus rolled up on the dice. The Earth signs, you guys are next. I'm just feeling your energy out. I don't know, there's like a casino vibe with you. Maybe you're having a lot of fun. Maybe you're taking risks. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're taking risks. There's something about your energy that feels like you're busy. Like you're busy, or potentially there's like chaos going on. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Getting a lot of red. A lot of red color. You could be really into root chakra. Red could be really good for you right now. Yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot. I want to say slow down. Have fun, but maybe slow down a little bit. Maybe ground a little bit. Earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Oh, interesting. Black egg. So we got the throat chakra card. And my throat after I finished water signs was like, meh, meh, meh. I'm definitely still here a little bit. But here we have black egg. We got throat chakra being highlighted. But I feel like you guys are being very physically active during the week. Are you communicating a lot too? Or are you just getting a lot done? Are you avoiding? Are you staying busy to avoid having certain conversations? Is that what's going on? Because black egg, while it is the throat chakra, it's also about things that are unexpressed as well, that need to be expressed. Sorry, I've got a neighbor out front. I like that my desk is here. It's distracting. Anything else for my earth signs? Oh my. Stingray and lizard, you are doing a lot. Lizard comes out when we are overwhelmed or we're stressed out or we're overstimulated, especially for my people who are energetically sensitive or you're empathic. It means it's like empath overload. But here we have Stingray. Stingray is a spiritual strength card. It's kind of like the King of Cups to me, but it also speaks about having a backbone and like standing up when you need to, standing up for yourself when you need to. Yeah, earth signs, there's something you need to say. There's a conversation that needs to be had, earth signs. You need to find the strength to speak up because something is too much. Something's too much for you. It's clear. Something's too much for you. Something is zapping your energy. Something's zapping your resources. And you're coming out of Stingray, which tells me that you have a lot of, I don't want to say that. You have high emotional intelligence. You have high emotional intelligence. You're probably very spiritual, but you also have big energetic reserves, but you're getting tapped out. It's time to speak up on that. Time to speak up. It's like asking a king to do too much. It's like that kind of vibe. Anything else in my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah, whatever has got you like this, you got to take yourself out of it. Like, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record during your reading. Sorry, earth signs, but yeah. Yeah. Might be a tough week, earth signs. And I kind of was feeling that for you when I was doing the astrology or talking about the astrology and doing the collective read. We have earthworm and shark. Earthworm comes out when we're moving into a new cycle or a new way of doing something or a new environment, a new something, and it's uncomfortable because it's really unfamiliar and foreign, but you don't feel safe with shark. You don't feel safe. Shark is a perceived threat, whether it's real or not. You want to do something a different way, or you want to get into something different. Like, God, how do I want to explain this? Like, if this is work, they're asking way too much of you and you want out. You want to change with work, or you want to literally change your job or do something different at work. Like, hey, I don't really want to do like management anymore. Can I just do like tech or something like that? Something more hands-on. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you want a clear switch here. You want something very different. Because what you have been engaged with is too much for you. And it feels like an obligation. Whether it's work or it's a relationship or like to a group or a family or something like that, it's too much. It's clear it's too much. But there's this fear you have about changing that. With shark and earthworm, you're afraid to change whatever it is you have been doing that has been your normal, even though it's not good for you. Time to speak up. See what else wants to come up. For a lot of you, especially where this is work, you've known this for a long time. A long time. And maybe you just haven't seen the way out of it. That's totally possible too. Like when you think about it, when you start to think about changing careers or changing within the company you're at or changing how you work, maybe even just like working from home instead of at the office. Like, again, big changes like that. When you start thinking about it, maybe you're like, oh God, no. And you don't even let yourself get to the answer. But you're also so overwhelmed. You're also like, your energy is not in a good place, okay? I'll say it that way. Your energy is not in a great place to even let yourself get to that answer and to feel comfortable with it. Like, how do I want to say this? This is a term in psychology. Like, you're in a state of arousal. Okay, which again, arousal is not just sexual, but it's like when couples fight and they're just like, la, right? And they're not even listening. That's like being in a state of arousal. Or if you're really emotional and like you're hyperventilating, that's you being aroused. Like you're not going to think straight, right? You might not even realize you're in a state of arousal because it's something that you've been perpetuating. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll keep going. But I think you're clear at this point what causes this for you, what puts you into overdrive or overdue, overdone, burnt out, aroused state. And you do need to make a change, but you're afraid. I mean, it's clear. It makes you uncomfortable. The elk. The elk is Taurus energy to me. It's King of Pentacles energy to me. In this deck, it's the masculine principle, like divine masculine. Oh, but you know, with the whale is like Pisces. It's like a shaman card. It's the interconnectedness of everything. It's about this being connected to the subconscious as well. Wolf, pack energies, tribal energies, needing to step up when need be, willing to be the teacher and or the student, and shift your perception with dragonfly. This is a huge, like, do right by you. Not just you. What's best for everyone involved. Example, let's say this is a work situation, and whatever you have been doing, maybe you've just been too, like, just too much, too in the center, too something. And it's like, okay, it's time for a change. I need to be accountable and make that change happen, because it'll be better for everybody. Where I'm less stressed out, other people will be less stressed out, right? Work will be evenly distributed. Everybody will be happier, right? Or if it's like a family situation, maybe you've been bearing the brunt of something. Maybe you've been shouldering something, because this feels like your burden, like 10 of Wands. Maybe you've been burdening something, and maybe there's a kid on the way, or maybe you want to get out of a family situation, whatever it is, but you being so overly burdened, maybe it adds to an overall tension in the family or stress in the family. And this is like, I'm going to step up and do the right thing for everybody involved, especially myself. That's what this is, Earth signs. It's recognizing where your limitations are and when a change needs to happen, even if you're scared to make that change. But it's spiritual integrity, it's social integrity, and it's accountability for the self. Like, this is an energy of somebody who can take care of a family, can take care of a business, who's looking out for the collective. Like, it's very much like big picture, mature. I see what is best for everybody involved, and I will do whatever is necessary, even if it's the hard choice kind of energy. And the perception to see that, even if it makes you uncomfortable. This is kind of a tough week for you guys. It's like a big ask for my Earth signs. All right, pull some cards for you. Excuse me. God, I want to get the unicorns for you. Where are the unicorns? Unicorns! I know they're here somewhere. Where are my unicorns? Huh. Oh, I see them. They were hiding. They were hiding away. All right. Now, I don't have a link to this deck below because this was a gift, but if you guys do want to get this deck, it's made by Pamela Chen. Illustration on the bottom by Lisa Higuchi. I believe that's how you'd say that. I believe. Not totally sure. Okay. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Let's see. Oh, man, my throat. Let's get into this for my Earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Ooh, these cards are shuffling nice today. Okay. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The Death card kind of peeked out a little bit, which makes sense because this is about a change that's very much needed for the health of everyone in the situation. Yeah. So you have the Emperor in reverse with Black Egg again, and you're really just struggling to take the action to say what needs to be said. Speak the truth on the situation. Let's see. Oh, you're trying so hard to hold it together. We have Four of Pentacles. I'm hearing love, 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 love. Love is behind all of this. Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is you trying so hard to just hold shit down. Hold shit together. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it. And again, you're really not saying anything about how hard this is for you. This isn't sustainable, Earth sign. Sorry, I just gotta tell you the truth. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. You're breaking down. Energetically, you're breaking down, and you're gonna have a breaking point, and I think you know that. Again, this is not for everybody. You'll know who you are. You don't gotta be so strong for everybody, your sign. Just gonna say it. That is your gift. Earth signs are the anchor. They hold shit down. They are the grounding force of the zodiac. All the earth signs. But we're all the signs, and we're all humans, right? You can't lean into that one element perpetually. You can't be the anchor all the time, right? Anything else for my earth signs? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles, trying to figure it out. This really wanted to land on the Emperor in reverse. You are trying to figure out a plan of action here because, you do recognize, Justice in reverse. You recognize that this is not sustainable. You know it's not. And until you figure out how to go about this, you're just trying hard to hold it down. Like, I can maintain, I can maintain, I can maintain, I can maintain, I can maintain. Oh, Temperance in reverse. Again, not sustainable. This speaks to the lack of sustainability. This earthworm energy is really sticking out to me. Some of you guys, this change, I want to say it's coinciding or potentially including an opportunity for you to level up. Like, not just in the ways I described, but like, how do I want to say this? Again, just using work as an example, like, instead of doing a lot of physical work or interaction, like, instead of doing a lot of tasks, I'll say it that way. Instead of doing a lot of tasks or volume work, just putting in a shit ton of hours, trying to generate a lot of revenue, or just push and fight, whatever it is, it's like, again, tangible volume tasks. Like, instead of doing a lot of that, maybe doing something that actually requires more responsibility, but where you're more hands-off. Like, again, going between like management or something more task-oriented or task-oriented to more management. You see what I'm saying? It's like switching up the responsibility where it is different, but maybe for some of you, it's actually like a new level of responsibility, but it's like you're doing less taxing stuff. Or it's taking less out of you because it's oriented to something that is more aligned to your skill set or more aligned to something that's actually good for you. You understand what I'm saying? God, I hope that made sense. All right. Moving on. If this is about a relationship, I just heard Sagittarius. Something that's going to be dealing with a Sag. It could be a Casper. I can't stop hearing Sagittarius. Yeah, if you guys are dealing with a relationship, whatever has been going on doesn't work. Sorry, it just is what it is. It doesn't work. And yes, you are trying to figure out what to do because you don't know how to go about this yet. You don't know what to say yet. But the longer you try to hold this down without saying something, I think it's just heading towards a an unpleasant moment. Anything else for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Am I taking these? Yeah, okay. I have a lot of cards here. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. This is going there. This is like, okay, I will speak. Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. I will speak on what I see as the best action to give the best results. That's actually how this is coming across. Like being brave enough and bold enough, even with the Knight of Wands energy, to speak up and speak out finally on what should come, how to progress, what actions to take, etc., etc., etc. I feel a lot of courage behind the Knight of Swords. I feel a lot of bravery behind the Knight of Swords. It's scary for you to say whatever it is that you're saying. I can see that. Makes you uncomfortable. I'll say it that way. Makes you uncomfortable. King of Wands in reverse and King of Pentacles in reverse. This is part of the imbalanced energy. Again, I really want to say this, earth signs, you don't have to be the strong one. You don't have to be the strong one. Like King of Wands in reverse and King of Pentacles in reverse, that feels, I gotta be honest with what I'm getting. It feels like a distorted way of feeling powerful. Like, I'm gonna be the one that people go to. I'm gonna be the one to take responsibility. I'm gonna be the one. 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 When really what's happening is you're burning yourself out. Like why take on so much that you know doesn't work for you energetically? Like just to be the anchor? But this is you as the knights. Hold on. Speaking on what changes. Oh, you don't like this card, do you? Speaking on what changes are needed. Speaking on what's going to happen. And even your own personal freedom there, too. Some of you guys are, oh God, I just got this huge message. Hold on. Okay, yeah, Knight of Swords with Six of Wands in reverse, speaking on what doesn't work so that you can finally get to what does. But some of you guys are dealing with very critical people. Sorry, that just came up really strongly. Whether this is work or relationship, I hate to say it, but it's like you're taking on so much and trying to figure out how to like finagle this. Well, potentially you have people taking advantage of you with how much you're willing to do. And how much you're willing to show up. And they could be taking advantage of you financially as well as a result of that. And if that's the case, earth signs, get out. Okay? Call a spade a spade. If that's the case and you know someone's like controlling you financially or is being hard on you or asks you or expects you to do a lot and you know it's too much for you and you haven't been speaking up about it, say something, see how they react. And if they're still like, well, earth sign, I do this and so you do that, right? Like if they're still like that about it, just get out, just be done with it. That's my advice, but free will. Practice your own discernment. You're the masters of your own life. Anything else for my earth signs? And oh, there you are, Queen of Cups. I love that. I just came out with the Knight of Wands. Whatever the changes here that you need to make, it's to fulfill you. It's something that will nourish you with that Queen of Cups energy. It'll be nourishing. It'll be yummy. It'll be fun. It'll lead you to freedom. Whatever the change is, whether it's getting out of the situation entirely or changing your role in it. But this is you voicing the change that needs to happen. And again, some of you, if this is like work or a relationship, or like if this is a situation where some of you are dealing with critical people, some of you guys are dealing with some critical controlling house people. Others of you, you've been in this situation because this is just what you've done. You've just taken it on and 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 forgotten about yourself. It's one or the other. Overall, we have Magician in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Yikes. Six of Swords in reverse. Jesus. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. You're not happy. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Cups. Tower's just waiting to happen at your hand with the Strength card underneath that Tower in reverse. But all of this to me in the overall energy just says how unhappy you are. Look at this. Magician in reverse with the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is feeling powerless. Six of Swords in reverse, feeling stuck. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, feeling really unfulfilled and not supported. And then 4 of Cups, even like apathy and like being bored. Like you're over this. So whether you've been stuck in this because you've been dealing with someone who's critical or taking advantage of you, or holding shit over you financially or with other things, it's time to get out and nourish yourself. Or if you've been doing this because you've been doing it for a false sense of power, time to own it and speak on the changes that need to happen. Okay? All right. Advice. Actually, I don't think the Shamanic Healing Oracle is best for you guys with this one. Oh, let's do Wisdom of Oracle. Of the Oracle. That's a good one for you guys. I'm running out of space. Okay. Any advice for my earth signs pertaining to the spread? Unfinished Symphony in reverse. Let me get one more for my earth signs. And Deep Knowing in reverse. Let's go ahead and read those off. When unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it's a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. Spirit wants you to win by speaking up and speaking out. No question. Deep Knowing in reverse. You are an empathy overload. Everything this card represents. You are an empathy overload and need to get grounded again, so tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive, you're suffering from psychic exhaustion. The signal's a time for a recharging of your batteries. Set energetic boundaries, take a salt bath, empty your mind, and get back to you. It is not a time... It is not a time to be too open. Soon enough, you can let your guard down. Right now, you need self-care and self-love. It's time to say no thank you to anyone in your life who exhausts you. Won't that feel good? It's exactly what I've been telling you. Whoever, whatever does this to you, stop it. Okay, it's time to stop. It's time to say no. It's time to go, this don't work for me. I need to be like this, not like this. Not holding shit together. I need to be like this. So how do we make that happen? Right? Right. Okay. All right, Earth signs. Good luck. Whew. Okay. Just clearing the board. I'm going to get a little sippy sip. There's like the tiniest little cloud outside. It's so teeny tiny. Oh, it just vanished before my eyes. Wait. Little tiny speck. And now it's gone. It's like, I mean, I know that happens with clouds, obviously, right? Because it's just condensation or it's just water. But I've never watched a cloud vanish before my eyes before. That was actually kind of cool. It was so teeny. All right. Who do we have left? Fire and air. Again, running out of space over here. All right. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, or air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Who's going next? Fire, air, fire, or, oh my God. Okay, I love this, sorry, ADD moment. I love this desk, but the finish has bubbles all over it. It's like there's like a plastic on it or something. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to take it off? No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm supposed to take it off. Anyway, I'm sorry. Fire, air, fire, air. Ooh, we got fire with Aries. Okay. Ooh. Aries. Fire. All right, fire signs. I rolled Aries, so you guys are going next, and then air is going to be last. So fire. Fire. Aries. Leo. Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like I've had this energy for you recently, where it feels like you're throwing fireballs, or maybe you're just beaming. You could just totally be in your element. You're just literally on fire. I am feeling a little like a flame. Yeah, so those of you guys who get upgrades and stuff like that, you could be getting blasted with light this week. Just a heads up. But there's something about you that feels just like you're literally on fire. You got like a shit ton of energy this week. Aries, Leo. It's actually making me lightheaded. Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, another little cloud. Another mini cloud. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For June 12th to the 18th. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh. We got rabbit. Fear, hypervigilance. That might not be you. You might be overwhelming somebody. Let's see what else wants to come out. Sorry, my voice is suddenly starting to go. Interesting. And then elk. This feels like an occurrence between two individuals. This doesn't feel like a solo energy. This feels like somebody's almost intimidated or triggered by someone's presence. Elk is kind of an intense, not intense, it's like, it's a masterful energy. That's what elk is. Elk is divine masculine energy. It's Taurus, King of Pentacles energy. It's in the book. It's literally called the ultimate parent partner card. The ultimate parent, the ultimate father, the ultimate partner, the the ultimate masculine, so to speak. It's the energy that is completely reliable. Everybody can rely on the elk. Everybody can lean on the elk. The elk will never fail. It has this feeling of looking up to somebody, but it's kind of triggering and it's kind of intimidating. So fire signs, this could totally be you. You could just be totally in your power and it's making everybody shake. Essentially. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Looks are deceiving is what I just heard. Looks are deceiving. That's interesting. Looks are deceiving. So bear with me. Superficially, somebody could come off like the elk or be seen as the elk superficially by titles or roles or whatever, but deep down they're the rabbit. Well, maybe people look at you like you're the rabbit, but you're really the elk. You see what I'm saying? It's like some of you guys are finding yourself in that situation this week, which is kind of fascinating. Not saying that somebody's pretending to be an elk, but maybe that's just what people label them as, right? Or they've gotten away with that role for whatever reason or another. But in the presence of a real elk, the truth comes out, right? But even then, I feel only compassion here. Like, I don't feel tension. I don't feel a fight. If anything, I feel compassion from the elk to the rabbit. An understanding, if you will. Tell me more for fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for this week. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, that's a whole mess of cards. So I'm not taking these. Well, someone might have a little bit of a shadowy, cathartic release. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot more intimidation. Ooh, yeah, okay, fire signs. So again, I'm not taking all these cards, but I definitely just saw heavy-duty shadow work there. Remember what I was saying about like the elk seeing the rabbit and having compassion? Whoever the true rabbit is, I'm going to say it that way. Whoever the true rabbit is, they're about to do some serious shadow work. It's almost like they're being catalyzed by an elk. Like an elk is activating them, and I think you guys are the elk, and I think you're activating somebody. But within that group of you, within the collective of fire signs who are going through that, there's a chunk of you, there's a group of you where this is happening between two people where superficially the roles are reversed. Okay? Oh, it's going to be a weird week, fire signs. We have unicorn, which is third eye energy. It's believing that the impossible is possible, believing in unicorns and fairies and star families and the like. It's a very Aquarian card, but it also speaks to innovation. Ooh. Okay. Just a warning, this reading is going to get weird. I mean, there's something very spiritual going on here for you fire signs, or whatever it is you're involved with, or whoever it is that you're involved with. I'm getting guides. Like, seriously, I just got like, oh, overseeing beings and energies. Okie dokie. For some of you, you can even view this as like a version of you in a different dimension or timeline or whatever, overseeing you, helping you. Even a future self. You could be tapping into a future self. To assist, but I'm getting strong, like, we're here to help non-physically. That's honestly what I'm getting with the unicorn. This feels like a fated activation. I can't get away from it. It does. It feels like a fated activation. Now, fire signs, could you be the rabbit and could you be encountering a galactic magical elk? Absolutely. And you could be catalyzed into some serious shadow work, but it does feel like this confrontation. Like, it almost feels like, you know, when you get catalyzed, sometimes it's like a mirroring thing. And I keep getting that for those of you where it's like, this person is seen like an elk, but they're a rabbit, but they look at you like you're a rabbit, and suddenly you're like, I'm not a rabbit, I'm an elk, motherfucker. And it's just like, and they're like, whoa, that's what an elk is really like. Shadow. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that. This feels like there's a lot of divine intervention going on here. And for those of you guys where you have an ability to channel or have energy move through you, you might have energy like move through you when you're dealing with this individual, and it's like that's part of the catalyst. Like, you're just the vessel, you're just there to show up and catalyze. You'll know who you are. This is getting interesting. But yeah, unicorn, like, that's what I'm getting really strongly. Spirit team, star family, overseeing beings to come in and assist, maybe finagle here and there, right, to get this rabbit to be activated. And it feels humbling. I can't get away from that either. It feels really humbling. It's like thinking you're a version of yourself, or thinking of yourself in a way that it's an image thing, right? Which isn't bad. It just is what it is. Only to be confronted by that very image to realize that is so not where you're at. Right? It's like, it's humbling and it's catalyzing. And it just triggers shadow work. Anyway. Anything else for fire signs? For Aries, Leo, Sag. And again, fire signs, you could be confronted by this magical being, okay? And if so, get ready to be, oh my god, oh my god. Sorry, I know I'm dramatic. Everyone says I'm dramatic. Dolphin, this is the healer card. Literally, that's what this card is. It's the card of the healer and the mystic. It also speaks to play and sensuality and fun. Sometimes with dolphins, and I'm getting this now, such a spiritual read. I'm getting like portals. Just gotta be called as bait as bait. I am getting like portals or dream walking, dream journeying, dreams even. Um, yeah. So fire signs, again, whatever side of the table you find yourself on, if you're the elk, you already know. You already know. There's no doubt. Well, I mean, maybe some guys are thinking you're an elk only to realize you're not really an elk yet, right? But dolphin coming out here, it feels, again, like an activation. It feels like an activation of somebody's abilities, an activation of energy to move through somebody to catalyze another person. Like, that's what it feels like. And if you are getting catalyzed, you're in a week for shadow work and some major healing. Some of you guys, this could even be a sexual relationship. You want to get into counterparts. Yeah, possible. Very possible. But I feel like it's more of a catalyst. Just got to be honest. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. And there it is. There's the shadow work. And this landed on the rabbit. Hold on, let me put this down. Oh yeah, whale and vulture. Plummeting to the depths of yourself to go through a devouring process. I know I make it sound so harsh. It's no joke. Like, this shadow work it's a lot. Like, it's dense. And that's how it feels. I mean, actually, it's kind of feeling like an ego death a little bit. Like, the rabbit is kind of that fear of the ego, and then you plummet to the bottom of the ocean to be met by the vulture who's gonna help devour all your shit. Like, that's being really in the shadow. And again, this rabbit might get really triggered in the presence of the elk because they're supposed to. They're supposed to get a really decent look at themselves. And it's not a judgment thing. We all go through that. But I can feel it. It's divinely orchestrated. It needs to happen. Anything else for my fire signs? You have so many spiritual cards here. And of course, the card of the week. Dragonfly. Third eye energy, perception, belief systems, higher consciousness. Octopus. The octopus is what's getting devoured this week for this rabbit. It's like it's choking out their third eye. This person could have a third eye blockage, totally. But it's to be catapulted into shadow work. Octopus is like the devil card to me in this deck. Now, octopus are not all bad. Like, as a spirit totem outside of this deck, octopus are, they're very intelligent. To me, octopus can represent intelligence and friendship to an extent, because octopus are also very friendly. They're very friendly, but they're also too smart for their own good. And so octopus in this deck comes off like very codependent. Like I'm going to choke the puppy till it dies because I love it so much. Like, that kind of energy. But also because it is so intelligent too, it can also be very devilish, like manipulative. But anyway, this surrounding the dragonfly is all about what the rabbit is needing to battle. Okay? The rabbit's got some programming, some belief systems that are, I really want to say strangling, like strangling their third eye, their consciousness, restricting it. Yeah, restricting it. And this is going to help them to see themselves more clearly and do the shadow work that they need to do. Might not be pretty, but it's necessary. All right, let's pull more cards. I feel like I shouldn't use a regular tarot deck for this reading. I'm just looking at what I have at my disposal. Oh, you did Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. And if this is like a fated meeting, oh my God. King and Queen of Pentacles, both upright. Because I was about to say, if this is a fated meeting, definitely high potential for like counterpart sort of situation. Doesn't have to be romantic, it can even be in business or what have you. Sorry, that totally distracted me. The King of Pentacles. It might be like a very brief like meeting and then like major separation so the shadow work can get done. Or even just distance. I feel like the word separation is also overused. Distance. Some distance will happen. Any messages or insights from fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. This could even be somebody that like, how do I want to say, that maybe you haven't spent a lot of time in the physical with, like maybe you've talked on the phone or texted, or maybe it's like a textual online digital sort of association, or maybe again like you guys like work together and so it's a lot of like emailing or whatever, but then whatever reason you guys have to show up in the physical, and it's like, oh wow. Anyway, any messages or insights from my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. God, everyone's getting the Nine of Cups in reverse. We have the Hierophant, another spiritual card. Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing authority. Hold on a second. Let me really sit with this. The Nine of Cups in reverse, it's the lack of fulfillment. It's disappointment. It could even be indulgence, but I'm not really feeling that. It's like something's missing. Like something is missing. And again, this could be about a connection, but like a commitment. But even if it is, I'd be shocked if you were in a committed relationship with this person in the physical, because something about the exchange of energy is so catalyzing that to me it feels new. Like new, or you're meeting in the physical for the first time, or maybe only like the second or third time. Yeah, anyway. I feel like the elk is seeing the rabbit's lack of satisfaction. That's actually what I'm feeling. Like the elk is the Hierophant, which actually makes sense because elk to me is Taurus, Hierophant is Taurus. And Hierophant is also the high priest for me as a reader. That masculine energy. Like they see the Nine of Cups in reverse. They see the missing piece in the rabbit. They see the rabbit is unfulfilled or unhappy. It's a recognition. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. The elk could be a Gemini, Taurus cusper, or have a significant Taurus cusp, Taurus, Gemini cusp, or Taurus, Gemini placements in their chart. Not necessary. I just, those cards represent that for me, Gemini and Taurus. Any other messages or insights from my fire signs? Wow. The level of healing that happens here. The Star and the Five of Cups in reverse. You know what? This elk. This is all the elks. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting so caught up in the energy because it's just like, wow. The elk is this Hierophant. The elk is a high priest. There's something very spiritual about this elk. Okay. They recognize where the rabbit is at. They recognize what I feel like it's like this elk has to be magical because I feel like they're recognizing every step of what's about to play out here. This rabbit is going to get major healing, but it's not just for the rabbit. The rabbit's going to get major healing here with the Star and the Five of Cups in reverse, letting go of some really deep grief or things that have been holding up the rabbit emotionally. But there's something too that the elk is recognizing here. I know it's going to sound all like airy-fairy, but where there's something about the rabbit as an individual that is very fulfilling for the elk as well. like in terms of dealing with each other in some sort of dynamic, like a friendship or a business relationship or a romance. It's a lot of recognizing going on. It's a lot of recognition. Wow. I want to be a fire sign this week. Yeah, it's a lot of recognition going on. Tell me more for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. And for some, where again, it's like if you're the elk and you know you're magical and you deal with this rabbit and you're like, oh, I'm about to activate the shit out of this rabbit, and you activate this rabbit, there's also something very confirming about it for you, confirming about your own magic and your own abilities as well with how you're, with what's coming up between you and this rabbit. Okay? Almost like an opportunity to exercise your abilities in a way that you haven't before. That's for some of you. Anyway, any other messages or insights for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag? It's like both end up feeling very fulfilled. And then what's being let go of too? 6 of Cups in reverse that landed on the 5 of Cups in reverse. Unhealthy patterns. Unhealthy patterns, behaviors, wounds from childhood, wounds from family. There's an Ace of Cups there too. It's like recovering the heart in a way for the rabbit. But yeah, I can feel it. Both of these energies are going to be heading towards fulfillment as a result of this encounter, as a result of this catalyzing moment. Yeah, again, it feels fated. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm hearing again, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Aries, Leo, Sag. Ten of Swords landing on the 6 of Cups in reverse. It's a lot of pain that's being transmuted there. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And of course, Ace of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, so a lot of what's being transmuted and healed and let go of here. I mean, look at this. 6 of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Swords, and 6 of Pentacles. Where there's been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of being taken advantage of. Hi. There's been a lot of imbalanced give or take with, again, a lot of taking. It feels like with the rabbit, they've just been taken from a lot. Like emotionally, they've been taken from a lot, potentially abused. And I say that too because the 10 of Swords and 6 of Cups in reverse can speak to that. If the Devil card was here, I'd really confirm that. But the Star coming out with the 5 of Cups in reverse and the Hierophant attached to the elk who's catalyzing this, it's helping the rabbit move past all of that. And both are walking away fulfilled or ending up, I want to say ending up in fulfillment because of this interaction. Overall, we have the Ace of Cups. Recovering the heart, and keep getting it like that. Recovering the heart. Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh my God, the Sun. And now we have the High Priestess. The High Priest to the High Priestess. Now, don't get stuck on gender roles here, but it is like the masculine principle within somebody's activating the feminine principle in the other, is what it seems like to me. The rabbit is recovering their heart and recovering from being a Queen of Cups in reverse, recovering from being overwhelmed by emotions, not relying as much as they should on their intuition or having emotional stability, only to get to the Sun and the High Priestess to become to become fully realized, to elevate to true High Priestess mode after High Priest. Yeah, and then underneath that, we've got the Devil with the Ace of Swords. Seeing the octopus, remember? That's like literally the same cards. Devil, octopus, and perception. Ace of Swords with dragonfly. Seeing what has been suffocating their own truth, their own consciousness, their own intuition, their third eye even. Yeah, the elk is bringing this person up to being like elevating this person to become more of a High Priestess beyond a Queen of Cups in reverse, to meet the High Priest. You see what I'm saying here, where it's like definitely like counterpart-esque for sure. But But again, if there's a period of separation, don't freak out because it's necessary to do this kind of shadow work. But it's a very beautiful moment, very healing moment, very activating moment, and will lead to fulfillment for both sides. And it's kind of beautiful. Not just kind of, it is. It's beautiful. All right, let's get some advice. Kind of want to do, yeah, let's do the Priestess of Light Oracle. We're going to do this one for you guys. Advice from, they said it again, don't judge a book by its cover. There's something about the vessels that these people are in, that you and this person are in, that is like deceptive to programming. There's something about the vessels where it's like one or both of you might judge the other initially, or maybe if you know this person but you haven't spent physical time with them in the past, maybe there was judgment. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Can I get an advice card for my fire signs? You can't even make this shit up. Divine Feminine, the feminine principle, magnetic receptive power, energy of 7, divine number, divine magical number, number of divine guidance as well. 7 Pleiades sisters, the 7 chakras. I mean, there's so many 7s that are in our reality. Anyway, I want to get one more. Can I get one more, please? For my fire signs. Woo! I'm not taking that. There's too many. One more piece of advice for my fire signs. One more piece of advice for my fire signs. Idyllic times. Ooh, yummy. The Garden and Paradise. 48 breaking down to a 3, 7 and a 3. Add those together. That's cyclical energy. Closing, opening cycles. Where's the book? There it is. I can read these to you. This is the card of Isis, and she's bringing news of the deep reflection and increasing receptivity coming into your life. The Egyptian hieroglyphic symbol of the eagle represents spirit and the wisdom the soul brings to life. This eagle comes to rest upon her hands, bringing profound understanding. This card reveals a time of power, peace, and deepening clarity for you. Yet underneath this quiet resonance, your magnetic energy is swirling in an accelerated motion, creating a vortex of attraction within and around you. Your yin energy is on the rise. It's a restful yet dynamic time, and it may call for you to go inward, to reflect on present situations, receive guidance, and make future plans. It's also a grounding time, one during which you, like Isis, choose to connect to your own light with the gentle, supportive vibration of earth energy. There is a certain medicine in this conscious connection, ushering in balance and healing on many levels, including physical, emotional, and even financial issues. So allow yourself to open up to your own magnetic powers. This card could also herald the coming of a new woman into your life. This might be a close friendship or a new romantic love. Your growing receptivity is likely to call in an important karmic relationship at this time. Be open to lessons and meaningful connections that lie ahead. Can't make this shit up. Okay? Whether they're a woman or not, right? Because, I mean, masculine, feminine energy, gender doesn't matter. But it definitely spoke of new significant relationships coming about here, potentially to aid you in this process, which is exactly what I picked up. So, idyllic times. An owl blesses the priestess of the garden as she holds a butterfly in her hands. This portends a time of great peace and joy coming your way. It may be an unexpected blessing or the long-awaited result of extensive effort on your part. The butterfly reminds us of the gentle power to become something completely new through the process of metamorphosis. As a caterpillar changes through an internal alchemical process, it experiences intense pressure and difficulty. In time, it emerges from its cocoon as a winged butterfly, having forged the strength to travel thousands of miles in its migration. Similarly, the hardships that you've gone through have brought you great value and inner strength, transforming your life and carrying you to a new reality of pleasant experiences and peaceful surroundings. So get ready for the idyllic times ahead. Let yourself relax and appreciate the peace and beauty coming to your life. On a purely practical level, this card could be foretelling an upcoming trip or even a move to a picturesque and lush environment, one that may seem like a paradise to you. This bodes well for your energy and your future. Even if you can't go on vacation or make a move now, you can still create idols of peace and happiness in your daily life. Surround yourself with the beauty of nature, trees, flowers, birds, and animals that are ever-present blessings from the universe. Know that every moment you stop to relax and appreciate your natural world, you bring an idyllic time to your life. After all, paradise is always there should you choose to experience it. It's talking about the fulfillment that you'll be headed towards as a result of this encounter, this catalyst, this moment. Whether you're the elk or the rabbit, it's going to happen both ways. Okay? Wow. You guys might have had the best reading of like the last month. Just saying. That was pretty cool. Okay, moving on to air signs. Right? You guys are last? Yeah, you guys are last. Okay. Used so many cards today. Okay. Air signs, hello. I'm just get a little sip because my throat is like, well. Last but not least, air signs. Excuse me. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air signs. I feel like you're being catapulted into something. And I feel like it's positive. It feels good. I feel actually the star card is what's coming up. But I feel like you're shaky. Like you're uncertain about it, or it could be causing you anxiety, and I'm really feeling it in the chest. Well, let's see what we get. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, I'm getting like reservations. That's what I'm getting with you. Some of my eyes are itchy. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Get the crud out of my eyes. It's a problem with being in a dry place. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, I'm getting like reservations, hesitancy. Oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, do I want this? Do I really want to navigate this? It's like, it's like that. If the energy could have a sound, that'd be the sound. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're a little freaked out. Don't get too caught up in that energy. You are air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, I just got hit with a wave of like, what is that? Like a wave of gratitude. I just got hit with like a wave of like being in the moment, like blissed out, hummingbird, sun, life is good, yummy. I mean, obviously that's not going to be for all of you, but I think that moment could be coming after this like freak out time. That tells me that there's like, this is a good thing. Yeah, it's like, and that's what I was getting anyway. Whatever you're being I want to say you're being put into this, like you're being catapulted into this. Like it almost feels like you don't have a choice, but I want to say you do have a choice. You might think, okay, I'm put it that way. You might think you don't have a choice, but I think you do have choices. But maybe you just know there's no not doing it, because if you didn't, like, why wouldn't you? Because yeah, it's good. It feels positive. You're just kind of freaked out. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, the starfish. Okay. Starfish kind of has star energy a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit more Leo, to be honest. It's kind of like a Leo Aquarius axis card. Starfish is attractive, it's magnetic, but it's like, it's pretty, it's captivating, it's alluring. Everybody notices the starfish. Everybody notices the starfish. You could be getting a lot of attention for something. And that's where you're like, I don't know. I don't know. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Beaver, this could be at work. Honest to God, some of you guys, this could be a promotion. A promotion or getting recognized at work. That just came in really strong. And it's just like, it's putting you on edge for some reason, especially if it's a promotion. But yeah, I feel like you're being recognized for your efforts, air signs. I almost want to call you water signs for a second. I mean, these are water cards. So you could just be very much in your water element, or you could have water in your charts. But yeah, you're being recognized for your efforts or your work. Potentially rewarded. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Huh? Wow, hummingbird. It's funny because I saw the hummingbird. So hummingbird may be significant for you guys as well. Hummingbird to me is a divine timing energy. Here and now. Here and now. Here and now. Yeah, air signs. This is really positive. You're being recognized for something. What you do for work, how you did something, or even if it's like a relationship, like maybe you invested a lot in a person and they're really recognizing you for that. And maybe they're pampering you. Maybe they're, you know, talking about you to everybody and their mama. But especially with the hummingbird, there's something with the hummingbird where it feels like a little bit of an extra blessing on it. Like a little bit of like cherry on top of the cake, like a promotion and recognition and maybe even like public recognition. Like how do I want to say, no, I think I said that, like public eye even for some of you. This is positive. This is super positive. You just might freak out a little bit. And I feel like it happens really fast. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Wah! Explosion! So now we have butterfly. Okay, whatever you've been doing, air signs, because Beaver's consistent work. Beaver is discipline. Beaver is, I'm going to wake up at 4. I'm going to work out. I'm going to shower. I'm going to eat. I'm going to be at my desk by 7. I'm going to work till 7. I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a small dinner. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to do it all over again. Like, it's consistent effort, right? It's very much Virgo too, Virgo energy. Whatever you've been doing is aligning with some sort of transformation you've been going through with butterfly coming out here. It's like like the effort you've been doing, whether it is at work or it's on your own vessel, like maybe you've been losing weight or eating healthy or something you've been doing in a relationship. The work you have been doing has been transforming you, whether that was your intention or not, or transforming a situation that you've been involved in, like a project at work, and maybe it's improved the business, etc. You're the reason for this big change, even if the change is just you, and people can't help but notice it. But you want to hide. Raccoon. Yeah, I really want to say some of you didn't even realize you were changing something. You were just being consistent. You were just putting in effort. You didn't realize in the midst of it you were changing, or you were changing the success of the business, or you were or even like maybe you were changing your relationship and you had no idea you were doing that, or maybe even helping someone. Yeah, that's interesting. So for some of you, it's also that, like, maybe you didn't realize how much you were helping an individual, and maybe they're just recognizing you for that. But either way, you get the recognition, and you're like, ah! Raccoon can sometimes be mischievous or like a mask, but raccoon for me in this deck, every time it comes out, I always get a little bit of like a meh, leave me alone. let me just sit here in the corner, like a little bit of fear. But it's like it's very much like fear of being seen. Like, don't see me, don't look at me, look away, look away. Oh my God, air signs, butterfly and swan. It's like you've had the Midas touch and you didn't even realize it. I really want to say a lot of you didn't know. Some of you had the intention of, I'm going to put a lot of work and focus into this so that I can make it into something bigger, or I can change it, or I can whatever. But some of you guys had no idea. And for others of you, not only did you have any idea, but you didn't know the thing that was changing was you. Butterfly and swan. This is moving into wholeness. It also speaks of partnership. But the recognition of it is kind of freaking you out. Can I get more cards for raccoon? This didn't even want to land on raccoon. It's just so much about what you have done. You don't realize what you've done. With swan and lamb, some of you have completely transformed in a rebirth. And I don't think you realize it. But someone's recognizing it. That star card, the star card, the starfish to me is like someone is calling it out, or many people are commenting on it. And you're like, what? Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, you're like happier, you're brighter, you look younger. What'd you do? Nothing, I didn't do anything. Or you completely changing a business around, or completely changing a relationship, or helping someone change for the better without trying to, for some of you. You just kept showing up. That's what it's coming down to. You just kept showing up and you just kept putting in effort. You just kept showing up. Wow. I mean, it's beautiful energy, but like this raccoon is standing alone over here. And that's the thing too. It's like there's nothing backing up the raccoon energy of you wanting to kind of like shield yourself from like the recognition. Interesting. Moth came out for the first reading I did, which was water sign. So maybe you want to watch the water sign reading. People are drawn to you. They, again, can't help but notice you. You're shite. Jesus, I'm sorry. You're bright and shiny. You're bright and shiny. Or you made something or someone bright and shiny. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh. Yeah, definitely watch the water sign reading. There's a connection there for sure. After moth, we have elephant. It's like, what's that phrase? Not breaking through the glass ceiling. I mean, maybe you could say that here, but it's like you broke down a wall. You didn't. It's like I feel like you did a lot of this without realizing the impact. Like even if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna work on eating better. You know what, I'm gonna like work on being nicer to people. You know, it could have been something so simple like that, and it like made serious fundamental changes to either people around you, your life, your work, stuff like that. It's like you broke a veil or a wall you didn't even know was there. And that's part of what I'm getting at. It's like people are really seeing you, seeing how you've changed or what you've done, and like how your Midas touch has changed something or someone. It's like you broke down a wall that people couldn't see past when it came to you and what you were doing. And again, some of you were not aware like this, it was going to have this much of an impact. And it's like, whoa. Okie dokie. Like you've been walking around in a box and suddenly you broke one of the box walls down. People are like, whoa, did you just see that person just pop out of nowhere? It's like that. But yeah, it keeps seeing you want to hide. You want to hide, you want to hide, you want to hide. Some of you that's part of this too is getting away from this feeling of wanting to retreat and not wanting to be seen, because people are seeing you. They are totally seeing you. Overall, what's interesting is we have the frog, emotional cleansing and releasing, and the hyena, both of these came out along with the moth and the water sign reading. We didn't have a lot of cards for water sign reading, so definitely watch that. Ooh, dragon. Solar plexus energy. Yeah, your solar is about to be on fire. Again, whatever it is that you've been a part of, whatever it is that you've been doing, people are going to see you. People are going to see your efforts. People are going to see what you've done and even the change you've gone through, whether it was your intention or not. And that is going to challenge you to not hide, to be front and center, to let people see you, let people appreciate you, and to get seated in your solar plexus a little bit more, get more comfortable like being seen like that, and even potentially working on self-esteem as a result of that. Because hyena's hiding too. Hyena's kind of like a mask energy too, like not seeing everything that's there. And with frog, emotional cleansing. I mean, there could be reasons why you like to hide or you don't like attention, right? But here it is. Here's the attention. Ooh, I get goose pimples. Okay, let's pull cards. Sorry, sucked into that again. I get a little sip and I'll pull some tarot. All right. I'm going to use Rider-Waite for you. Any messages or... Oh, that was fast. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. Not the greatest. That can be like codependency. That can be being emotionally not okay. Like not regulating emotionally so well. Any other messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh my. This might be why you like to hide. Queen of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. This to me feels like a lot of unanchored emotions. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Like internal storms of emotion, if you will. Whether you experience it a lot or not. You might have mood swings even. But this is shadow Cancer, shadow Pisces. Knight of Cups in reverse is an inappropriate lover card, where it's a misuse of emotions, even like emotional manipulation, or like luring people in under the guise of love, but it's really just to get something from them, right? It's that kind of stuff. I feel like you've had a lot of experiences with this. I feel like your heart's been hurt. Put it that way. I feel like your heart's been a little hurt and a little abused, okay? This is what fuels the raccoon energy. You don't trust people. You don't feel safe with people. You don't trust people's approach. You don't trust people who approach you, who like try to approach you with that much like love or that much emotion. I feel like you don't trust it. I feel like you'd rather have space. But I also feel like for some of you, if part of you has been transforming in all this, which I really want to say has, that's the part of you that's been changing, whether you realize it or not. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of cups. Yeah, you guys are in a lot of water, which makes sense to watch a water sign reading. King of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups. Normally, I'd read that as arrogance. Gotta be honest. Yeah, this is an arrogant energy. Why is this energy on the board? Hold on. Why is this energy on the board? Why is this? Because I don't feel like this is you. I don't feel like you're arrogant. If you are, I mean, this could be your journey of arrogance and egoistic, superficial living to living authentically and emotionally. Could totally be the case. I don't think so, though. Why is this arrogant energy on the board? This is arrogance and entitlement. I can feel it. Why is this on the board? Three of Swords. That's the energy that hurt you. Got it. Makes sense. Oh, my throat is really tight with that one. Yeah, so this is so interesting to me. Air signs, you have dealt with an arrogant energy in the past that hurt you. hurt your heart, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you. This could be the energy that's recognizing that you've changed, because they could see the transition of from the moment they hurt you to where you're at now. But again, I feel like you've just been preoccupied, just living your life, investing in things you want to invest in, doing you, working on the things you want to work on. All the while you've been emotionally still affected by this stuff, okay, by these occurrences. But I feel like this is an energy that's observing you, which is why it's coming up in your field. You probably have a lot of people watching you. Your very first card was a starfish. That is like 6 of Wands. That is like attention. So you probably have a lot of energies watching you right now. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Anything else for my air signs? Wow. Just bulldoze into the heart. Ace of Cups. People are seeing your heart. People are seeing your light. And again, this whole like getting so much attention is challenging you to get out of that raccoon energy, challenging you to be brave and bold and vulnerable, and to be out there expressing who you are from your heart. And here it is. Anything else for my air signs? Sorry, I got to do the squinty eyes. This arrogant energy from your past just came up as the Knight of Pentacles. So here they are. They've been arrogant. They've caused pain. And now they have a Knight of Pentacles, and it was literally pointing to the Ace of Cups. I'd want to hide too. If I were you, I would hide too. Knight of Pentacles is like, hey, I'm here. I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm dependable, I'm loyal, I'm trustworthy. I don't think you trust it at all. I don't think you can trust that. I'm not going to say that. I can see why you don't want to invite this energy in. I can see that. Because I feel like you're going through this time where like you're experiencing success. Like you're experiencing success, people are seeing you, people are praising you, you might have gotten a promotion at work, some of you might end up in the public eye for something that you've done. It's amazing, and people are praising you, and you have this, like whatever it is you've been doing has changed who you are. Excuse me, or you have unintentionally drastically changed something for the better outside of yourself. Like maybe you were volunteering and didn't realize you were going to be so involved in it, and then you've helped a bunch of people as a result of that, or maybe you've turned a business around, or maybe people were inspired by whatever it is you're doing. Like, understand, you see what I'm saying? And then this energy comes around. This energy that's made you crazy. This energy that's caused you pain. And they're trying to show up as a Knight of Pentacles. I feel protective of you now. Any other messages or insights from your air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like I'm hearing the song I Will Survive by Miss Aretha. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you don't want to engage with this. In fact, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I think you're actually not even in the most balanced energy right now when they approach you. Like it's almost like you're still battling some of your coping mechanisms, your raccoon energy with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But I can see you don't want to be open to this energy. But yeah, I'm hearing I will survive. Like, I'm not that chained up little person still in love with you, right? As long as I know how to love, I will survive, right? I don't think you have the energy to show up when this person approaches you. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Tower in reverse. This may, oh my God. This may be a defining moment for you. Hold I'm searching for water. Despite whatever else is happening with this success you're experiencing, the recognition you're experiencing, this Tower in reverse is between the two of you. Could something have happened in the past? Absolutely, because they clearly hurt you and they clearly put you in an emotional state, clearly. And again, this can be reversed or vice versa, especially for my cross watchers. But this to me feels like a tower that's trying to happen. Sometimes in reverse, it can imply something that's happened already or something that could be coming up or being resisted. This feels like a defining moment for you, air signs. Like, you can face this person who hurt you, caused you pain. Like, you can face them and you can handle this differently. You can be this new person that you really are from when they knew you or when they hurt you, when they dealt with you, and show them how much you've grown. And I want to say for some of you, it's really to close it out and get closure too. Because if you're still carrying this around, you need closure. So yeah, this to me feels like a tower that's trying to happen, but it's really an opportunity for you to, yeah, get closure and approach this from a place of integrity and a place of growth. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That I can see it. You don't want to give any energy to this person. Ah. Oh my, oh my, oh my. King of Wands and the 10 of Wands. That is determination. Ouch. Just hit my elbow. That's determination. Wow. That is persistence. That's persistence. Yeah, this tower needs to happen. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, especially with the 10 of Wands being there with the King. This tower really needs to happen. And they may be persistent in trying to approach you and make this happen. They may be trying to be patient, but I don't think they're going to be able to be really patient for very long with the 10 of Wands being there. It's almost like they've been carrying around the 10 of Wands too for a bit. Like they've wanted to approach you, but they're only now getting around to it. But it tells me that it's been on their soul for a long time. It's like they're going to burst. Didn't I read that for Leo sometime recently? Like, Leo's gonna burst. This tower has to happen. It has to. Sorry, it has to. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They may be very frustrated too. If it's been taking a long time to approach you or to have this tower moment. Yeah, ooh, Sun and Chariot in reverse. Like it's so clear that you don't want anything to do with this person. It's very clear. But it's also clear that unless that tower happens, like, you are not going to get closure, and you need the closure. The closure needs to happen. Overall, we have 3 of Pentacles, another 3 with the 3 of Wands. Whoa, 6 of Cups with the Emperor. Yeah, 6 of Swords moving on. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. Moving on, and then we have King of Pentacles, Judgment, 10 of Swords for what has happened in the past, and the Ace of Wands, a revitalization of energy. Can't even make this shit up. So this overall energy, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. It's like, I don't want to say this. It's like this is your option here, okay? This is your option. You're in this moment in time when this tower moment is trying to happen with this individual. And there's past energy, it's reflection, there's soul contract energy. There's also the potential for what could be down the line. There's also potential for what you could co-create with spirit or other people down the line. Like, you're going to carry this past energy with you moving forward, or are you going to co-create elsewhere with other people? What is best? What is best? And then we have Emperor and the 6 of Swords, getting closure. taking the action that's necessary and getting the closure that you need and moving into peace and success. And then look at this. Judgment is placed on what has happened with the Ten of Swords. That Judgment card is super important here because it does speak to like this karmic energy in a way. So does the Six of Cups, but that this is something that needed this judgment call, needed your judgment on it, needed your action in a spiritual way on this, on the pain you experienced, putting a finite close to something here to revitalize you with the Ace of Wands. Wow, and then it just keeps going. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, and look, hi, Queen of Wands. Hi, Queen of Wands. This moment is so needed for you. It's going to bring you so much confidence and self-esteem. It's going to force you to really move into your power in a way that you haven't with this person, potentially maybe not even with other people. It's crazy because we have the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's time, air signs. It's time for this tower. It's time for this conversation. It's time for this closure. And even Spirit's like, yeah, we're waiting on you here. Wow. All right. Congratulations for when you do this. Am I required to be brave? Am I definitely required to be a little brave here? But it's necessary. Okay. I mean, it's not like you need advice. It really doesn't seem like you need it. Trying to decide what deck is best. You know, we'll just do Shamanic Healing Oracle. Let's just do that one. Any advice for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think this is the longest weekly I've done. I mean, I've really been enjoying myself and just taking my time with you guys. I also did a really long collective read, so. Tis what it is. Air signs. Can I get one more? Movement into balance. Total. And with the energy of one, right? Starting at one, starting over. This is long awaited. Like the way this feels so long awaited. It literally gives you your fire back. It's like, gives you the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands back. Pulls you out of Five of Pentacles. It's totally what you need, but I keep getting, you're going to have to stay in your power with this. You're going to have to move into your power with this. Interesting. Integration and creativity. I feel like that's relating more to the success that you're moving into. Yeah, I don't want to read those, but yeah, with integration and creativity, that's what I'm getting. Creativity is actually does speak of like fire and sacral energy here too, and like how you are co-creating, which is exactly what you're weighing up here. Dealing with past energy or co-creating with spirit and other people, and then integration, right? Embodying that new energy that you are. Anyway, the movement into balance. Oh, my throat. My throat. Okay. The sun balances the moon, just as the earth, the water, and the sky remain in precious balance. So you're moving from unbalanced ideas and lifestyles into a more balanced way of being. A situation may call for some tweaking to adjust it into a balanced mode. Look at the energy and emotions you're putting out into the universe, your world, your relationships, or goals. Balance that with the energy you're allowing yourself to receive. The body inherently tries to maintain a state of balance. So do our souls. If you're not receiving enough, you may be unconsciously giving more to restore a perceived balanced state. Step out of the automatic response and listen to your guides and your soul for what this situation truly warrants. And take your time to weigh it up. But it's pretty clear what you need to do here. Get the closure. Get the closure. And get that piece of you back. Get the closure and get that piece of you back. Okay? All right, air signs. Whew, that was a doozy. I hope you guys really enjoyed this reading, and thanks for hanging out with me for 3 hours. And I hope to see you guys again soon, okay? Take care.